Yo, OC here with you on the original OC channel. It is the 10th of April, 2025. What is up, guys? It is a 4 p.m. world time stream. That's 4 p.m. US time, world time, Eastern Standard Time, whatever you want to call it. We will be discussing a variety of topics today. Number one, we will be discussing a video, an interview video, a discussion video that Nico Leonard put out with comedian Tom Segura. And he had some interesting things to say. We will be dissecting and analyzing that. By the way, I also want to deliver an important piece of news. And that is that Muhammad Ali has been excommunicated from the community, has been expelled from the watch community for a period of 30 days. Muhammad Ali violated the global moratorium on watch purchases and, from what I understand, purchased a Nomos, which is an egregious, beyond egregious violation of the boycott. And as a result, he's been suspended from the community for 30 days. And I don't think there's a way for him to redeem himself. So it is what it is. Guys, there will be swift and decisive punishment for those who violate the global watch moratorium, which has been extended through April 30th. The only approved brands are Rolex, Patek Philippe, AP, and Richard Mille. And frankly, after the recent developments at Watches and Wonders, we may have to reduce that list down to Rolex and Patek Philippe. Those are the two remaining brands at this point. AP, who was kicked out of the Holy Trinity, is they're on thin ice. They are very much on thin ice. And as you can see, we will be reviewing in depth, in great detail, let me see here, a video that was put out by Nico Leonard, an interview with comedian Tom Segura. And Nico expresses some very interesting viewpoints. And it matters because Nico, number one, is a guy with like 2 million subs. And number two, he's actually someone who did back in June of 2024, I believe, did a collaboration video with AP. So we shall see what he says. We'll cover it in depth. And that is what is coming up today. I want to remind everybody to upvote the live stream. Upvote the live stream. Let's get to 20 likes right out of the gate. Let's get to 20 likes. Number two, if you are a member, if you have a star next to your name, please make sure that you use your member milestone chats. If you don't use it by a certain date, then they expire. So please use your member milestone chats. You can find those by clicking on the currency icon next to the chat. Number three, if you don't have a star next to your name, please consider becoming a member of the original OC channel. Memberships start as low as $200 a month. Click on the link and explore the options for yourself. And let's go through the chat. Let's see who we have. By the way, if you're watching the stream right now, type in a comment in the chat so I can say hi. I try to say hi to every single person who's here. I will say hi to Logan Hall, who's first. He's back on top, baby. Andy Lewis, howdy y'all. It's good to have Andy in the chat. Vimal is in the chat. St. Peter is in the chat. Ryan Hofrey is in the chat. Evan G is in the chat. Absolutely despicable behavior. He's referring to Muhammad Ali, who violated the global watch purchase moratorium. And not only did he violate it, but he bought a Nomos. I mean, I can't think of a more egregious violation of the boycott. So listen, I like Muhammad, but we need to be very resolute and firm No scabs. We don't need people crossing the picket lines in this demonstrable fight to shift the levers of power back over to the collectors and the enthusiasts and away from the brands, not all brands, but certain brands that have disappointed us with poor customer experience. Ryan Hofer says, one must call the Inner Sanctum, put AP on the moratorium list immediately, please. They are, actually. I think after this video from Nico, we should very seriously consider extending AP's removal from the Holy Trinity. And we should also consider removing them from the list of approved brands. Dr. Kevin Moore's in the chat. No, AP is fine. Nico is trash. Hey. That's rough. We're gonna let Nico express his viewpoint. It's a short little clip. Maybe it's a 5-6 minute clip, which we will pause every 3 seconds to extend out to like 30 or 40 minutes. Hey, we got 30 people watching, which is awesome. Upvote the live stream. Let's get to 20 likes, guys. Right out of the gate, let's get to 20 likes. Ooh, Peruka. Modern AP sucks. Stay away. I'm not going to say that that's an interesting statement because of what I saw Peruka wearing on his wrist in Geneva. I won't reveal it. I will keep it a secret. But if you want to share, feel free. But it's good meeting up with Peruka in Geneva. Great guy. And I was able to actually spend some time with him this time. 2 years ago, we spent a whole afternoon together roaming around Lake Geneva, and it was an absolute blast. And it was good to be able to connect with him again. Very cool guy. McAllen Drinker, a member of the Original OC channel, is here. Upvoted. Number 5. That's it. Number 5. Come on, guys. If you're watching the stream, upvote the stream. Let's get to 20 likes. 20. St. Peter asks, does the beige OP count as scabbing? No, it does not. It absolutely does not. If you want to purchase a Rolex Oyster Perpetual in beige with a beige dial, that is approved. That is approved. That's a beautiful piece. And we have Ryan James, who's a member. What's up, Ryan? Thank you for being a member. You're a member, so let's make you a moderator. Let's give you a wrench. Wrench for Ryan James. Thank you for being a member, man. Good afternoon. Where are you located, Ryan? I'm curious. Don't dox your exact city or anything. Just generally, where are you? Like, what state? Are you in the United States? Are you where you be? So here's, as you can see here, Tom Segura, who is apparently some comedian that I'm, with whom I'm not really familiar. Hey, Ryan is Denver crew. There's a Denver crew. All right, we have a Colorado crew, which includes several people. Ryan James, Evan G, and a couple other people. I won't name their names just because out of respect for their privacy. And Ryan James and Evan G, I don't respect their privacy, so I just shouted out their location, a very descriptive location for everybody to learn. By the way, if you want the, by overwhelming demand, the promo code for Cased in Time has been extended. So use promo code OriginalOC and check out casedintime.com for all your cool single watch roll needs. All right. There is a poll running too. There's a poll running, and the poll is as follows. Are you happy? Are you happy with Audemars Piguet's collaborations and direction? Are you happy? Yes, I am. They're headed in the right direction. No, I'm not thrilled. Or hell no, AP has lost the plot. Vote in the poll. We want to get to 50 people voting. When we get to 50 votes, we will close the poll, and that will express your sentiment, the community sentiment on AP, and whether or not they're headed in the right direction, and whether or not you think their collabs are good. So vote in the poll. Is that pretty much it? I think that's pretty much it. All right. Oh, by the way, Nico also put out a video where he ranked all of the new releases from Watches and Wonders. Do you guys want to see that one? I usually don't watch videos where YouTubers kind of summarize like their best and worst from the show. I find most of those boring. Nico's tend to be somewhat entertaining, and I thought we might kind of run through that video. Do you guys want to do that? And we can agree or disagree with his thoughts, since it's the afternoon. Grandmaster Chime is in the chat, says, name one impressive recent AP collab. I can't think of any. That's a good point. I think some might say that Travis Scott was a good collaboration. The Cactus Jack, Royal Oak. And I mean, to be fair, and I think other people thought that the John Mayer collaboration was good. That was a good watch. So now they did do a whole bunch of other stuff like Klein Musik and that Cause watch and that woke marketing campaign. So I think there's some criticism to be levied for sure, but not all bad. But they do have questionable. They've done some questionable collaborations. So let's do this. What should we do first? Should we just go straight to the AP stuff? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Hey, we got Tobister McDonkey in the chat. What's up, Tobister? Let us go straight to the video here. I'll move myself to the side here. We're not going to go through all 30 minutes of this video. If anybody wants to jump on the panel, by the way, I'll drop the link. The poll may be obscuring the link. So let's see here. If you want to join the panel, boom. There's the link. All right, here we go. Nico Leonard interview with top comedian with whom I'm not familiar, Tom Segura, who actually kind of looks like Boston Collector a little bit. Kind of looks like Boston Collector. If Tom were wearing a black hoodie, would be a dead ringer for Boston Collector. All right, let's head into it. Ready? Are you ready, guys? Let's go.
They're cool.
And how do we make that cool? And that is what I tried to do.
I got another question for you.
Yeah.
I've become a big fan over time with codes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've become a big fan over time with AP's code 1159. And Nico's reaction is, yeah.
And I wonder, what is your take? What is your knock on them? Why are they not?
Ooh. What is your knock on them? Interesting. All right. What is your knock on them? I like the codes. I like the look of them. I don't love them at the price point, but I like the codes. I like the recent changes to the codes.
And I wonder, what is your take? What is your knock on them? Why are they not? You think, like, I just buy them because I like them.
Yeah.
There you go. He buys them because he likes them. You can't criticize that. If he likes the watch and he buys them, who are we to judge? Really, nothing wrong with that.
But they're not like,
I'm telling
aftermarket.
you.
They're not like aftermarket. Interesting. So in other words, they're not super desirable in the secondary market, and their prices are really, really soft. That's probably what he's saying?
Like them.
Yeah.
But they're not like,
I'm telling you,
aftermarket pieces.
Whenever
they're not like, I'm telling you, aftermarket pieces. So they're not desirable in the after you buy them, they're not desirable at all.
Not like,
I'm telling you,
aftermarket pieces.
Whenever this wasn't the original strap, by the way.
No, and I want to.
No, that's an ugly strap. Why did he put that strap on? Why did he put that strap onto that watch? I should say. I don't want to say strap on. That is a really ugly looking strap. Now, I understand that the original strap that came with that is probably alligator. So after a few years in production, they changed that alligator to a textured rubber, and the strap looks much better. But this aftermarket strap that he put on is just ugly. Let me know if you agree in the chat. Grandmaster Chime, by the way, says John Mayer is definitely the best collaboration AP has done, and it proves my point. Got it. How are we doing on the likes, guys? I just want to check, see how we're doing on the likes. We've got 13 likes. Is that serious? Come on, guys. We need 20 likes. 20 likes. If you just joined the live stream, please upvote. We are reviewing Nico Leonard's comments about AP's direction. Here we go. Back to the video.
I want to switch it again.
All right. Code 1159 really changed the dynamic of the AP.
No, and I want to switch it again.
All right. Code 1159 really changed the dynamic of the AP, right?
Yeah.
2009.
What is Nico playing in the background? I'm not sure where they are. I think this is Nico's. Is this Nico's offices in Belfast? If so, that's cool. He's got a pool table. He's got a bar there. But why is he playing a video? What video is playing in the background? You think that if you had a guest like Tom Segura, who's a stand-up comedian, that you would be showing like some video clips of Tom Segura, like from like an HBO special or some kind of TV special that he did, showing him stand up, or a clip that Tom Segura, one of Tom Segura's things. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's maybe he's watching the Hunting Channel. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. He's watching like the National Geographic Channel, and there's like some hunter on there who's like shooting stuff. But I'm not quite sure why he's playing that in the background.
All right. Code 1159 really changed the dynamic of the AP, right?
Yeah.
2019, I believe. Was it 19? It's already 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 2025, and if it came out in 2019, that would be 6 years ago. Let's just do a quick math check. 2025. Okay. 2019, 5. Okay, 9 minus 5. Carry the 1. Yep, that's 6. Guys, can you check my math? I think that's 6. So, correction, it's not 4 or 5. It's actually 6. I don't mean to challenge Nico's math, but I just did it using an actual pencil. I think it's 6.
Yeah. 2019, I believe. Was it 19? It's already 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years. Okay, Nico, we'll give you a pass on that. It's actually 6. But listen, he probably didn't have a pencil and paper handy, so he didn't want. It was hard to do the calculation. Hey, Enrique Pena in the chat. What's up, Enrique? Member of the channel. Greetings, OC. Please upvote. Okay, I will upvote the stream. Thank you for the reminder.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus. I remember Well, 6 years ago. Yeah, can't even count.
Oh, there you go. See, he was corrected. He was corrected 6 years ago. 2025 minus 2019 equals 6. There you go. He's got a crack team of staffers there to assist him. He didn't have pencil and paper handy. He didn't have like a handy calculator. He didn't have like an abacus, so he wasn't able to calculate it. But he had staff standing by that was able to perform. They had access to a computer and Excel, and they were able to calculate it. Good for him.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus. I remember, well, 6 years ago. Yeah, can't even count.
Thanks, Johnny. Jesus
Thanks, Johnny.
Christ.
I
We
appreciate
didn't
it. That's it.
Thank you, Johnny.
Whenever this watch was introduced, and I don't know if you remember that, but everyone hated it.
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh. This was before my time in the hobby, so I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it remained the same for like several years, 3 or 4 years. And yeah, it's weird the weird numerals and the alligator strap it was kind of weird.
I don't understand why.
AP was a very.
You don't understand why? You don't understand why everybody hated it? I mean, not everybody hated it, but it certainly was polarizing, wouldn't you say?
Introduced, and I don't know if you remember that, but everyone hated it.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
AP was a very mono single model watch, right? Royal Oak, that's it. You had some AP shoes and cool shit. Nobody give the nobody cared.
Yeah.
Royal Oak, that's what we
That's
like.
it, yeah.
Simple as. And it's very difficult to get that image away, right? Get rid of that image of that single model watch.
Apparently he's playing an old video of himself. Is that himself interviewing somebody in the same exact location? Holy shit, he looks totally different. What did they do? Stretch it wide? That is a very unflattering shot. Maybe that's just, let me see if I can, nope. What's going on with that image behind him? Number one, they should have had, like, again, like I said earlier, images of like Tom Segura performing stand-up, some Tom Segura supplied footage there. Why is he distracting us by showing us an interview that he did with some hunter? And also, like, Nico looks a lot better now. That video looks, how do I put it politely? It looks accidentally stretched in the horizontal direction. It looks like there were some sizing issues with the screen. It looks like it was accidentally stretched proportion-wise.
Watch. They worked on this for 5-6 years and brought it out and got a lot of shit. Oh, it looks like a Seiko. It looks like this.
Looks like a what? Seagull? Is that like the Chinese brand?
6 years and brought it out and got a lot of shit. Oh, it looks like a Seiko. It looks like this.
Yeah.
However, every single watch that is launched today gets shit. But in 20 years, we see, oh my God, this was brilliant. In 19.
Okay. I mean, like, in other words, like, watches have a tendency to grow on you over time, and I think that's a fair point.
97, the Aquanaut was launched.
On, right?
Oh, mate. Patek Philippe, such a formal watch brand, making a watch with a rubber strap doesn't make any sense.
So they were just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? And the Aquanaut was, now looking back, it was genius, right?
I mean, he maybe has a point. He has a point here about the Aquanaut. Ryan Hofrey says, why was it hated? Because the code is awful. And AP has to coerce people into buying it to get what they really want, usually a Royal Oak. Good word. Pontificate, Tobister. So Tobister McDonkey says, make sure you only play the dumb video for a couple seconds at a time and then pause it to pontificate over and over. That's exactly what I'm doing. Exactly. Thank you for the advice. I think you caught on to something. Maybe I was pausing it every 4 to 5 seconds, which is letting the video go on for too long. And I think based on your advice for me to pause it every couple of seconds, I think that makes more sense. So I will follow your advice, Mr. McDonkey. Let's pause it every 2 seconds. Let's keep going.
I think the thing too,
Pause. Yeah. Good point there.
We'll say about ultimately
Pause. I think what he is going to say is
about
ultimately, pause, ultimately,
new piece, whatever it is.
about any new piece. Pause.
What are you doing? And the Aquanaut was, now looking back, it was
Yeah.
genius, right?
I think the thing too, I will say about ultimately about new piece, whatever it is, it's like with anything in art, you just have to buy what you like, dude.
Yes.
There you go. Guys, you're looking at it all wrong. This is horological art. And when you're buying artwork, you have to buy what you like, which is I think I've never heard anyone express that before. So I think Tom Segura should get full credit for bringing this notion to light. I think maybe we should espouse this notion more often, that maybe you should buy what you like. Guys, please credit Tom Segura with this enlightening revelation. It's a revelation, guys. This is artwork, and when it comes to artwork, buy what you like.
It's like with anything in art, you just have to buy what you like, dude.
Yes.
You can't really care.
It's a personal.
It is a person.
Yeah, you got to buy what you like. You can't really care about, and then Nico cuts him off. I'll finish the sentence for him. You can't really care about if nobody else likes it. Yeah, and you can't really care about if it like loses 50% of its value. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't care about those things. You just gotta buy what you like, dude. As with any piece of art, you have to buy what you like, dude.
You just have to buy what you like, dude.
Yes.
You can't really care.
It's a personal.
It is a personal
Hi.
thing. That looks good on you, man.
Personal
Hi,
thing.
I love the code 11.
Well, there you go. See, I love the code. I love the code 1159. It was directly out of Nico Leonard's mouth. He likes the code. I like the code 1159. So listen, what's the criticism? I don't see any criticism here. I think Nico loves AP. I'm not hearing any real criticism here. Maybe there is coming up. But for the most part, he's blatantly expressing that he loves the code 1159. And if you don't like it, it probably hasn't grown on you yet. But over time, over the next 20 years, you will learn to like it. Nothing wrong with that. Just like the Aquanaut. CloudCan says the code is not awful. It's just the way they pushed it onto us that made everyone mad. Interesting notion there. The way they pushed it onto us. I think Ken is referring to the idea that you would be asked or presented with the watch, and if you didn't like it or if you didn't buy it, then maybe the determination would be made that AP isn't the right brand for you. Maybe you don't love the brand. If you love AP, you should really love all of their collections. Because listen, AP's job is to, and it's a very difficult one, is to determine who gets this very limited supply of produced watches. Okay, they produce very few watches a year, and they have to be very discerning about who gets them. So one of the criteria that they have, and it's a very logical one, is, by the way, does this person love the brand? Is this person a loyal collector of AP? Seems like a logical thing to ask oneself, don't you think? Like, why give it to someone who doesn't like the brand? Why give watches to people that don't deserve it? So they think to themselves, hey, is this person loyal? Well, I don't know. Let's offer them a code 1159 and see if they like the brand. And if they don't, boom. You know what? Disqualified. And they have every right to do that. Every right. Unless, of course, maybe the watch doesn't fit on your wrist or whatever. But for the most part, you got to love the offshores, love everything. to prove that you're a well-rounded collector. Because these watches are limited, guys. It is scarce. It's an honor to be presented with the opportunity to buy, for example, a Royal Oak. Right? Ken says, I don't like it when people try to sell me stuff in general. Well, that's kind of a problem, Ken, because newsflash, these stores are designed to sell stuff. Okay? When you visit a store, they have merchandise. That merchandise has a price tag. And when you walk in, they're going to want to exchange the merchandise that they have for your cash. That's how retailing works. They have products, they want to sell you their products. So when people try to sell you stuff, it's because that's why they're in business. That's why they have a store. Yeah. Guys, over 40 people watching, 40 people in the chat. We finally got to 20 likes. Thank you very much for that. We are running a poll. We're going to run the poll for a few more minutes. Everybody vote in the poll. Everybody vote. Are you happy with AP's collaborations and direction? Yes, no, or hell no. Vote in the poll. And I'll also drop the link to join the panel. Boom. All right, let me check something real quick. Make sure everything's on track. Cool. All right. Grandmaster Chime says, this video had some cringe tension when Nico teased him about getting the ceramic Royal Oak, but not the skeleton. We'll get to that part. If that's coming up, we will get to it. Hey, and Renee Delapon is up vote number 25. Love it. That is where I want to be. Thank you, guys. All right, let's keep going.
1159, mate. I love it. The materials of the straps they use is really. I love the code 1159, mate. I love it. The materials of the straps they use is really cool. The exotic collar sometimes really cool. AP is trying to speak to a younger generation. They've been
okay. They're trying to speak to a younger generation, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like all brands want to target their marketing. They want to capture the 18 to 34-year-olds because they're the future. You know, when you see a Coca-Cola commercial, you know, they're targeting it towards 18 to 34. That's the demographic. You know, the hot, cool demographic. Because if those people, the young people, think your product is good, then most people should think the product is good. That's the premise of advertising, right? Go after the people who are influential, and everyone wants to be young, right? Everyone wants to be young and cool. So if you want to speak to a younger generation, that makes sense, because if you speak to them and they like the brand, they like what they're hearing, then other people who want to emulate those young, cool people will follow suit. Does that work for stodgy Swiss watch brands? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe. But they are trying to speak to a younger generation.
Collar sometimes really cool. AP is trying to speak to a younger generation. They've been doing that for years. Well, I'm not really enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what does he mean by that? What does he mean? I'm not really enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment. What direction is that? What does he mean? Guys, I can't analyze this by myself. I need some smart people in the chat. The words are on the screen. You heard it. Let's play it again. You guys listen carefully, and you tell me what you think he means.
for years. Well, I'm not really enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment.
I'm not enjoying that. Not enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment. Guys, vote in the poll. Let's try to get to 50 votes. I know it's tough when you only have 17 people watching, but guys, vote multiple times in the poll. Let's get up to 50 votes. If you just joined, this is the Original OC channel, the hottest watch channel on YouTube, the fastest growing watch channel according to YouTube analytics, the #1 channel in the world for subscriber engagement according to YouTube. Welcome. Let's get to 50 votes in the poll. Are you happy with AP's collabs and direction? Yes, no, or hell no. Vamal surmises that what Nico means is that he pitched a collaboration and they told him to fike off. Interesting. So you think this is jealousy and spite? You think that he was talking with AP and said, listen, let's do a Nico Leonard watch. And they said, you know what? Probably not. And so now his opinion is tainted and biased. Let's continue reviewing here.
Well, I'm not really enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment. Yeah, I think they need to be very careful.
Ooh, they need to be very careful. What does this mean? They need to be very careful. Someone in the back room can jump on whenever. Hey, Buckley, what's up?
Hey.
How's it going?
Not bad. You?
Doing great. Happy afternoon. I'm just going to replay this segment and you tell me what you think.
Exotic collar sometimes, really cool. AP is trying to speak to a younger generation. They've been doing that for years. Well, I'm not really enjoying the direction where AP is heading at the moment. Yeah, I think they need to be very careful.
Keep going.
With like the collabs and stuff?
Yeah, like it's too much now.
It's too much.
I mean, like what's going on?
Keep going. Sorry.
All right. No worries. Let's go back up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they need to be very careful because
with like the collabs and stuff?
Yeah, like it's too much now. I mean, like what's going on? Every man and his dog gets a collab now. You see what I mean? It's historically such an important brand.
Yeah.
That you need to be careful with that. You can't really go the Hublot direction too much. Which
now you love Hublot, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they kind of spin off into a side topic here, but he's clearly saying something that we've all said on this show and within the community is that when you have a brand that's part of the Holy Trinity, or they were, or whatever you want to call it, to do all of these crazy collabs does tend to tarnish your legacy. It's a little bit overkill with the Klein Music and the Cause and all this stuff, the Travis Scott, which they may be great watches, but so many collaborations creates a weird atmosphere. I'm not sure what the word is, but I don't know. What's your take on it?
So it's one of the craziest things to see this happening, as in Nico say this. I don't think people appreciate the weight of what he's saying. So we've been all saying this. Like 90% of our community has said this and felt this.
Right.
And there's the 10% who thinks what they're doing is amazing. Fine. But you got to understand, Nico's the largest watch YouTuber. You know, to give you some numbers, he's got almost 2 million subs. This video has 500,000 views. Massive. The most recent pro AP video on any channel was on Hodinkee with John Mayer talking about the 150th anniversary. Hodinkee has 400,000 subs, and that video has less than 90,000 views. So when you compare it, I mean, he's saying what we've all been saying at the highest level. This has not happened yet. No one has done this. No one who's at his level has come out and said this. And you know what's even more funny, OC?
Mm-hmm.
You realize without batting an eye, Tom Segura knew exactly what he was talking about, which means that at the celebrity level of people dipping their toes into watches, even Tom knows, oh, what, the collabs and shit? Everyone's saying it. What, the collabs and shit? The collabs? Yeah. They suck. I mean, you know, I said this to a group we have, and everyone's like, I don't see the big deal. This is not that big a deal. Like, no, it's a pretty fucking big deal. Especially when AP last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember when, he's like one of 5 or one of 10 people that the brand reached out to do a collaborative video, right? This is not Ben Clymer with John Mayer. AP sat down with Nico, which, you know, at the time
it was June 2024. It was less than a year ago.
Right. Okay. So a year ago, he sat down with AP, and we all thought, I thought, okay, Nico's in with AP. He'll never say a bad word, because that's what you do. That's what people do when they get into a brand. They never say a bad word because, you know, you're in. Why? Like, we have people on our channel who won't say anything bad about a brand because they're afraid their SA might be watching. And there's nobody watching here. It's 43 people.
Yeah, it's 43. It's nobody.
This guy just potentially told 2 million people, yeah, the collabs kind of suck. And Tom's like, yeah, just like we would be. Yeah, they do. It's weird. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's getting to the higher levels where people are saying, what are you doing? Because I could promise you, I mean, you know, they may put on a front like, hey, Nico, how you doing? You know, whatever. But they're not happy. AP's not happy seeing this. AP hearing this, they're not. No matter what anyone tries to say, no matter how they try to spin it, the biggest watch YouTuber just said, the direction they're heading in, I'm not happy. They're becoming Hublot-esque. You know how insulting that is? That is like, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. It's not me saying it, right? It's not you saying it. It's not even like Teddy Baldessar saying it, which would make sense, right? Mm-hmm. It's the biggest. It's Nico who sat down with AP saying, I don't really like where the company's going. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And he does it in a very nonchalant way, which to me indicates that this is a sentiment that has been around for a long time and that people have been talking about it for a long time. And it's just so blasé that he feels comfortable just coming out and saying it, because we've all been saying it for just not even months and months and months.
2 years.
Probably. Yeah. There's the level, the awful collaborations. Not all of them are awful, but it's like there's just so many. And yeah, I mean, you combine that with some of the marketing direction that they've had, which is questionable. And then there's also the strategic direction from Ilaria Resta, AP CEO, which is like, hey, we want to bring in women into the brand. We want women to buy APs. We want them to come in and buy, we don't want their husbands to buy watches for them. We want to appeal to them to love watches and come buy very expensive, complicated watches from us. And I think that's also a source of discussion and contention.
Well, I don't know if that's public info yet, OC.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, but you can kind of tell. But I mean, I bet you if you press them harder, right in this video, yeah, that's the problem. AP is way too progressive right now. It's like getting crazy. I mean, I don't know, but at the highest levels, I mean, I find it even more funny that Tom was like, what, the collabs and stuff? Like fucking Tom Segura, comedian. He even knows, like, he's looking through his phone when he's not traveling on tour.
Yeah, he's not like a super watch guy.
Yeah. 5 podcasts, tour, Joe Rogan, 2-3 kids, wife. When he's not doing all that and he's scrolling on his phone, he's like, wow, pretty fucking lame. Another lame collab from AP. Even he knows.
Yeah. Let's hear that. Let's hear that part again.
Yeah, I think they need to be very careful because
What with like the collabs and stuff?
yeah, like it's too
It's too much.
much now. And I mean, like what's going on? Every man and his dog gets a collab now. You see what I mean? It's historically such an important brand
Yeah.
that you need to be careful with that. You can't really go the Hublot direction too much. Which
Now you love Hublot, right?
yes,
Do we want to continue on and listen to this little sidetrack about Hublot? Let's just keep going, see what happens. He might just circle back.
So did he
my
make,
favorite one.
did he make the comment yet about
Not yet. Not yet.
About the
I
whole
picked up
world,
on
man.
that
It's my
quite a bit.
favorite. Yeah.
But have you ever summarized for the general audience why you detest them? though?
Well, you have a Hamilton, by any chance, no?
no, but I mean I know.
If you sell me a watch, right?
Yeah.
I need to see value, right? I need
Yeah.
to, if I pay a lot of money, I need to see.
So he's gonna talk a little bit about how the movement and the Hublot is the same as the movement and like a Longines or whatever. So he feels like it's kind of a ripoff. You know, $20,000 for a watch that should be, you know, priced much lower.
Yeah, I mean, he's made videos about that though.
Yep.
LVMH group, but the LVMH group, I would say they lead the watch industry today.
Yeah.
Maybe not revenue wise, but they really know what they're doing.
I will say this, as today's theme is somewhat straps. It is cool when you go into AP and you're getting something. They bust out like
Yeah, because
everything.
you're not asking for Royal Oaks, you're asking for Code 1159.
No,
and
but
no one buys them. So
Oh,
People, so I'm a little bit annoyed about this because, like I said, people we know have said that's not a big deal. Like he's making a joke. Listen. Again, AP chose this guy to be friendly with, sat him down. They made a collaborative video. They do not want the biggest YouTuber saying that because we all know it's true, right? We all know it's true, and he's just saying it. It is a joke, but we all know it's true. And when I saw that, I could feel the people at AP clench up. Like if you were AP, if you were a Lara, you'd be like, "What the fuck, Nico? Like what? You were here a year ago, and you know we had fucking tea and cake, and we talked about AP. Like, what are you doing?" And I gotta give Nico credit because I thought Nico was bought and paid for by AP after that video. I was like, he'll never say anything bad. You know, he does this whole shtick about how he'll say anything about anybody. He'll never say anything about AP. But in the same video, within a few minutes, he not only talks about what we already know, that there's no demand on the code, and how, you know, of course they're going to do that because it's a joke, but he also insults the collabs and says that they're headed in a Hublot direction. If that's not a big deal to anybody, I don't know what to say anymore. We've been talking about it on the channel for 2 years. We're all annoyed with it. They're getting super progressive. Finally, the biggest guy is saying something. People are like, not a big deal. That's just Nico.
yeah. And not only is he saying it, but he's saying it with such a level of comfort and just a very blasé attitude because it's just common knowledge. He doesn't feel uncomfortable. He doesn't feel any sense of, he's not reserved or careful about saying it because it's just so out there already. I will take issue a little bit with his phrasing when he says that no one buys them. The truth is that they do sell every single one that they make, and the code accounts for 17% of AP sales. So people do buy them.
17% of the revenue or of the production?
17% of the revenue.
Okay, so we wouldn't know by units, but if they're making 5,000 codes,
if they're 50,000, between 50 and 55,000 units.
I think last year they did 48,000.
Okay, so let's say 50,000. Nice round number. Let's just estimate 15% of that because the codes are priced lower. generally than the rest of the collection. You got a lot of high-end Royal Oaks and high-end concepts and things like that. So let's bring it down to 15%. Let's just estimate. So that's what, 7,000 watches maybe?
Okay, so 7,000 codes. Okay, keep in mind, you know, RM makes 5,000 watches, and Vacheron makes right below 20,000 watches total. So 7,000 codes. How many of those 7,000 were bought by people who walked in, ignored the Royal Oak completely, and said, "I'd like to inquire about a code 1159," and that's all? What's the percentage? A few hundred of them, maybe around the world, maybe a few hundred. We only know of one guy who's ever done that, and you know, everybody else is buying them to get to the other stuff. So they're not selling for the right reason. It's not like you could say, "Oh, they're selling all the codes." Yeah, so what? That doesn't mean that people are buying the code. They're buying the code to get to a Royal Oak.
Yeah, the question is how many of them are, and your contention is that the
Way
vast
less.
majority of people are simply just buying it so they can check off a box, just to one step on the journey to
You
get the
have
watch
to
that they
buy it.
want.
If you want to go on the AP journey, you have to buy a code. And from what we've heard lately, you're going to have to buy multiple codes along with multiple offshores because the goalposts are moving very fast. So, you know, again, yeah, they're selling all of them. Why? Because a VIP like Tom Segura is willing to throw in a code every once in a while to get to the ceramic. Take away the ceramics, I don't know, Tom might buy 2 codes. He's not buying 5. So if he doesn't buy 5, do you sell all the codes? No, no way. No way.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about this forever, and it's like behind the scenes, like he's saying it. They're saying it. Like everybody knows. Everybody's in on it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows the collaborations are stupid. The progressive nature of the brand is getting it on everybody's nerves, and it's all about the Royal Oak. They don't have any other watch that people want except the Royal Oak. You know, here's the test. If they became a Royal Oak only company and they 100% Royal Oak, how many people would be sad that the code and offshore don't exist anymore?
1%. Yeah, if that.
There you go. There you go. So let's just say what it is. I found this video crazy. When I watched
Well,
it.
he's kind of, and the way he does it, he's like you indicated earlier, he's in a way kind of joking, but also insulting the collecting philosophy of his guest. He's like basically like the boat, you know. Tom Segura says, "Hey, buy what you like. You know, it's artwork," and Nico agrees. And then in the next sentence, the guy's saying, "Nobody wants the watch that you bought."
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even care about any of that. It's just more or less the guy made a video with AP. He made a fucking video with AP. And everybody said, "Why are they doing videos with the gray market? That's weird." And then it became, well, he's, you know, in modern, you know, with the amount of subs he has and videos and shorts, it's a way for them to make drive awareness, bring in more sale. Okay, all right, kind of weird. It's like a cop becoming friends with a criminal to catch more criminals. Like it works, but it's not really, you know, it's kind of weird. But then less than a year later, he comes out and says, like, "I don't care if we did a collaborative video. Like, you're fucking up your whole brand, and nobody wants your code." That's what he said.
Let's listen again.
When you go into AP and you're getting something,
Aye.
they bust out like,
Yeah, because
everything.
you're not asking for Royal Oaks, you're asking for code 1159.
No,
and
but
no
I-
one buys them. So
No,
hey, we have a fool that wants our watch.
I have.
Oh my God, I forgot that part was even in there. We have a fool that wants our watch. So let's see. Imagine I don't know who it would be. Marketing director? I don't fucking know. Business development.
VP of marketing, chief marketing officer, somebody.
So you walk into work. You're the chief marketing officer. You walk into work this morning, right? And you're in Switzerland, and you get a little double espresso, right? You sit down, and this pops up, and you watch this. Are you happy?
Not thrilled. Yeah, because as you indicated earlier, Nico is someone who has a lot of exposure. This video has gotten 5 times the number of views that AP has gotten on their last positive video, the one with John Mayer.
Let me give you some numbers here really quick. I'm just going to pull up. So this video has 500,000 views with 2 million subs. The previous John Mayer, Ben Clymer, 150th collaboration, 96,000 views. Well, that one's really old. The oldest one is millions, obviously, because of COVID. Mm-hmm. But, exposure-wise, Nico's bigger than all of them. He's bigger than Hodinkee, 1916, all of these watch streaming channels, AP Corporate, like all of them. Teddy, all of them. He's bigger than all of them combined. It's like people are going to see this, and, the apologists for AP will say, oh, it's not a big deal. He's just joking. It'd be one thing if he didn't do a collaboration with them.
Right.
But he did. He did make a collaborative video with them.
The poll is closed. By the way, we closed the poll, 50 votes. And here are your results. Are you happy with AP's collabs and direction? Yes, 30%. No, 40%. And hell no, 30%. So a total of 30% said yes, they're happy, but a combined 70% said either no or hell no. There you go. Those are your results. Thank you for participating. I love this screenshot, guys. Screenshot this. This is perfect.
What buys them? So we have a fool that wants our watch.
I have Royal Oaks. I have some good ones. I have the John Mayer. I have a couple other.
Do you have the white gold John Mayer?
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Oh, that's cool. See, that's a hard to get watch.
So I texted. Well, it's not that we're homies, but I was very proud that John Mayer at some point followed me. I was like, we had a conversation on Instagram, so I was very proud of that. And I was like, give me that. Can you organize something for me?
Watch.
Oh, I couldn't.
That's a good collab. That is good.
But John Mayer.
So there you go. That one was a good collab.
Is so mad important. I always said I will still stop my YouTube career if I ever have the opportunity to.
Really?
Yeah.
If you went to LA, I'm sure you could make that happen.
When I was young, right, obsessed with vintage Daytona. Vintage Daytona has been like.
He would do what if he had the opportunity to do what?
I don't know.
To collab with AP or to meet John Mayer? I don't get it.
I think something with John Mayer. Maybe collaborate with John Mayer, but I don't know why you'd have to stop your YouTube career.
It makes no sense.
But I'm sure you could make that happen.
When I was young, right, obsessed with vintage Daytona. Vintage Daytona has been like my biggest passion. And then John Mayer talking about from the first video. That video with Ben, and Ben knows this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at young Ben.
That video has 5 million views.
Yeah, that was a very, very important video.
Either that one or
I quit my job based
Let's keep going.
on that video.
For real?
Yeah.
Just because,
I worked at a call center for Vodafone in the Republic of Ireland. I quit my job there and then.
Right then,
Yeah.
I
was like, I want to do watches, and I started an Instagram account. It is mad, and that was it. That video
awesome.
changed my life. You see, what I mean? And that was Hodinkee back in the day.
Yeah,
well, Hodinkee went to shit as a later stage.
Ooh, another shot.
Hodinkee, people have spoken about forever, but this is fine. Like for him to do that, it's fine. It's just, to me, it would be like Waco making a video saying, the Cubitist is stupid. He would never do that. He would never, because he can't. Because he has a partnership with them and making the videos and getting the interviews. He's not going to say the land dweller sucks. Right? So when these guys do that, in my opinion, I don't know, when these guys do stuff like that, it's kind of crazy, like it's kind of major. Because it's, I don't know.
He doesn't seem to have a problem, or he doesn't have a sense that there'll be any repercussions as a result.
Or he doesn't give a fuck, which I appreciate even more.
Yep.
Stage, but
Yeah,
that's
okay.
yeah, I mean, that's how important that was for me.
Yeah.
And, it's crazy.
Yeah,
And
he's a watch wizard, John. I'm saying
Oh,
he's such
yeah.
a great ambassador for like the
if you can pick one watch for the rest of your life, the watch you're the most proud of, maybe the story you're the most proud of, what is it?
Man, that's a good question. I'll tell you what I wear.
What do you wear the most?
Probably this black Yachtmaster.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
rubber strap.
Yeah, I wear it like
It's the white. It's the white gold.
Is that a good daily?
It's a great daily.
Good enough to keep and not get rid of?
Yeah, again, that's also kind of interesting. Tom Segura has all the money in the world. He has all the watches in the world, but he doesn't need to. He can go into a dealer and get whatever he wants, right? You go into an 80, you get whatever he wants. Just have the agent call ahead. Tom Segura's coming. Have watches.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that out the window, you don't give a fuck what's your favorite watch. He's saying favorite watch is a Rolex, a black Rolex on Oyster Flex. Makes perfect sense. It's very natural. It's a very natural place to land. If he said black sub, we would have been like, yeah. It's all the people who are, they've moved beyond that, right? Like, why wouldn't it be an RM? Well,
Because it's not a good daily.
Not that good, yeah. Maybe it's not that good. Maybe it's
Gold
not.
Master.
Yeah,
Right?
I
I've
wear
seen a
it.
photo of that.
Yeah, I wear it all. I mean,
It's such a comfortable watch.
that's the thing is that sometimes you go and you're like, all right, I'm wearing this goes with it, or this story, like you said, like if I'm going to like something for my son, I'll put on that watch. Like, but as far as just like daily ease of like just put it on, do that. I mean, I do that.
Yeah, so in other words, like if you remove all the other restrictions that we artificially place on ourselves, like, hey, I should wear this one because I'm wearing this color shirt, or I'm going to a function, so therefore I haven't worn this one in a while, so I'll wear this. At the end of the day, bro, you reach for the Rolex.
No, at the end of the day, what he's saying is they make a slab of gold and it's in black and it's waterproof and it matches everything. And it's on this really comfortable rubber strap with a glide lock. And it just makes the most sense that that's the watch I wear every day. Because I'm not concerned with what anyone thinks. I buy what I like. I have all the money in the world. So that's the truth.
Question from Enrique for you, Buckley. Good to see you on the panel. By the way, how's the bluesy? Bluesy's right. I hope. Boom.
There it is.
There it is. So there you go.
It's all scratched to shit.
Got Kelso in the chat. OC, I'm loving the new restaurant edition FP Jorn. Thank you. Glad to see you. Love it. Let's continue on with this video. Jump on the panel, by the way. We're not talking Patek, Paul, but we're talking AP and this video from Nico Leonard and interviewing and having a conversation with Tom Segura. And he's saying some things that I think we all know and have said many times before, but it's fascinating to hear him say it out in the open with such ease.
daily ease of like just put it on, do that. I mean, I do that. I do the Nautilus, the 5712. I wear that with some frequency.
Sure, because that's like an expensive sports chic luxury watch from one of the most iconic brands. It says a lot about, it's comfortable, but it also says a lot about you to the person who notices you wearing it. Like, fuck, I made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a steel one, right?
That's a steel one, yeah.
What is the last watch you bought?
The last watch I bought. Oh, the black ceramic AP.
Ooh, black ceramic AP. That's a
Before you continue, that initial question was, if you could only pick one watch forever, what would you pick? And his answer was a Rolex and a
And a
Patek.
Patek. That's right.
It's not an AP.
Of course not. One watch.
Just
What
saying.
watch? Yeah. What are the one watches you wear? The watches that you wear the most. Rolex and Patek.
Yep, just saying. That's all I'm saying. And if anyone wants to, there's certain people that will come on and they'll go fucking crazy about AP. Come on, I'm here waiting.
If anybody wants to, listen. At the end of, based on what we saw, not just at Watches and Wonders, but over the decades and decades, if you haven't come to the realization that this whole hobby revolves around Rolex and Patek Philippe, I think you need to open your eyes. That's what it's all about. We all get started we go through our own journey, but ultimately, some people say, oh, well, once you've gotten past Patek Philippe, you start to look at brands that give you more personalized attention, and you can have a direct relationship with the watchmaker. And that's why I'm calling Raoul Paget, and who I met in Geneva, nice enough guy, or Simone Brett, or Remy Cools. I'm going to want to watch from Remy Cool. These guys are fucking, no disrespect, but they're fucking nobodies compared to the history of Patek Philippe and Rolex. Who's going to buy a dress watch? Why would you ever consider buying a dress watch from Reshep? No offense, unless you already have 20 watches and you already have multiple Patek Philippe's.
You can't get a watch from Reshep. It's like a fucking unicorn.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Like, why would you even want one if you don't have Patek? You're going to walk into a place and go, oh, by the way, this is Reshep. People are like, yeah, what the fuck is that?
Why is his first name twice?
Yeah, why is it REX, HEP? How do you pronounce that? Is he from, what country is he from? Like, it's a dumb name. Anyway, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the bottom line is Tom Zagora is on this panel. What watches are the ones you wear the most? It's a Rolex.
Rolex and Patek.
Rolex and Patek.
And it makes perfect sense. I mean, this was such a fucking great video. And I know, like, OC, there's certain people that get pissed off when I say that because they're too cool for school. But this video just acknowledges how things naturally are. Not the inflated garbage and the fucking hype and the all the bullshit that goes on. At the end of the day, when you have all the money in the world, you buy Rolex and Patek, and AP's collaborations suck. That's the truth. We've all been saying it, and these guys have no idea who we are. They have access to a lot more wealth. They know a lot more people, and they're saying the same thing. Top down. Everybody agrees.
By the way, thank you to Nico Leonard for allowing us to replay his video and comment on it. Great video. And the link he needs some subs, guys. If you could throw a couple of subs his way, that'd be really helpful. I dropped the link to his channel in the chat. That being said, we are playing this video consistent with U.S. copyright laws and under fair use. We're showing this video for news and entertainment purposes. And we've got Vimal with a flamingo blue highlighted comment from Canada. Indies is the snuff stage of watch collecting. Not sure what that means, but thank you for the comment. And Brody, who's a member, along with Vimal, says Rex Hepe belongs on the back of a hockey jersey.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's keep going.
The last watch I bought. Oh, the black ceramic AP. Royal Oak.
Yeah, fucking Royal Oak, Nico.
Skeleton or a perpetual?
Perpetual.
And it was the flat perpetual or the skeleton perpetual?
Flat perpetual.
Gay.
That's funny as shit. Gay. See, this guy could be, Nico, welcome to the colony. This is the way we talk to each other.
This Nico should be on the colony. There's no doubt about it.
Hilarious.
Person in the back room, are you okay coming on? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. Can you hear me, person in the back room?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me out there?
Look at the tan line on Nico's wrist.
Give me a thumbs up if you're good, person in the back room. All right. He's here to face the music. Someone who violated the global moratorium on watch purchases. Someone who committed an egregious violation against the community. Someone who crossed the picket lines and bought a Nomos, and frankly should be considered expelled from the community for at least 30 days as punishment. Muhammad Ali, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
I mean, not guilty in terms that I bought a watch that I really like, but guilty that I violated all the protocols, all the procedures, all the safeguards that you OC kindly put in.
You bought a watch that you bought a watch that you like. Just the way you said it is a mortal sin.
I gotta hop off. I can't go hard on Muhammad Ali. I don't have it in me.
All right.
This is a job for you, OC. I can't do it.
All right. Well, we're going to get back to the Nico video as soon as we administer Muhammad's punishment. But explain yourself. I mean, what were you thinking? How did this happen? Were you under the influence of drugs? Did you just leave a bar at 2 a.m. and you jumped on the phone and you bought a Nomo? I mean, what happens when not only do you cross the picket lines, but you do it in such a foolhardy way?
There's a very good question, though. See, I'd like to say that it was late at night and that I'd been drinking, or that I'd been out with friends and in an incredibly good mood. But this was at 2:00 in the afternoon. I think it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday back in March, and there'd been a watch that I'd been looking at for a while, and I walked into an authorized dealer, and I asked for it. There's absolutely no excuse. I knew perfectly well, the rules and the safeguards that you put in. You OC, you care so much about the watch community. You care so much that we get good deals,
I try.
and that our authorized dealers respect us and don't, take us for granted, and that we hold out for the highest of watches that are out there. But I let my heart overrule my kind of head. And I was afraid to, I've got to be completely honest, I knew that I needed to get authorization. I was afraid of the answer. So I was trying to sneak it in when no one was looking. I literally have no defense.
No defense.
Defense. And I administer myself for whatever retributions you might consider, or fellow people in the colony, whatever you feel is necessary for my punishment, I will accept, and I'll accept it with a smile and with good grace. You guys obviously care a lot about everybody, and I'd let you down.
Well, it is brave of you to come and take your lickings on the show.
Absolutely.
I mean, you do deserve credit for that, but do you deserve leniency? I mean, should the sentence be lighter because you're not really indicating any contrition? You're just kind of facing the music, which you have to do because this was ultimately going to catch up with you.
Absolutely, yeah, it was ultimately going to catch up with me, and I'd like to say I would like some leniency, as in I'm pretty certain there's other people who may have purchased watches, but can't face the music.
Okay, so that's a fair point. So you think there are people who violated the moratorium who have done so in secret, and they're burying their purchases, and they're too scared to actually bring those purchases out into the light for ridicule and scorn.
Absolutely. I would say that, given how large the following you have, OC, and how many people love and respect you.
Yeah, we've got like 17 viewers. We got 17 viewers right
Exactly. I am pretty certain that some of them may have purchased watches.
I hope they
But
don't. I hope they
I
don't.
don't want to kind of say that against anyone of our fellow collectors. But I'll be surprised if no one's purchased anything outside of Rolex AP Patek in the last 4 months.
Listen, the only thing that we can ask as a community, I think, in return is that you course correct and you course correct
Absolutely.
quickly. I mean,
Absolutely.
back to the brands that matter. Of the 600, whoop, you just change your, of the
Sorry,
600 or so watch brands to which we have access. Remember, you waited 3 years for the Pepsi
Yeah.
from Rolex, right? And then there's Patek Philippe, and there's like the real brands out there.
Yeah.
I listen. If you're gonna wear the Nomos, listen. Let's unbox the Nomos. Let's take a look at it at least. Maybe
Absolutely.
it might be to your benefit that we see it. On the contrary, it might hurt your case. We may have to impose a much more severe punishment after we see it. But let's, if you have it handy, I guess we should take a look at it. And
Absolutely. So here is the box that Nomos comes in, and I got this watch. So it took 2 weeks for it to be ordered from Germany because they didn't have it in stock.
so you had
at,
you had 2 weeks of thinking, during which time you could have canceled your order at any time.
I could have, but I'm a man of my word. So when I ask an authorized dealer for something, I kind of
Isn't
feel
looking
I
good.
need to go. That is not looking good, but it's life. So this is a Nomos. Not as fancy as some other brands in terms of boxing, but the watch is. I like it anyway. So I'll just open it up. Just press on the little button, and it's inside a velvet cloth. And this is the watch that I purchased. It's a Club Campus. It's non-stop red. It's in 36 millimeter.
It is upside down. Flip it
It's
over.
upside down.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
here we go. Yep, it's got the Californian dial, and I've actually worn it every single day since the 31st of March or 1st of April when I picked it up on my return from Chicago. So literally the first thing I did when I got back from Chicago, apart from go back home and have a couple of hours sleep, I went down and I picked it up.
Did you buy it in the United States or you bought it back home?
And I brought it back home. So I'd ordered it before I'd left, and then when I was away, I got a text message saying that it had arrived and to come and collect it. So I arranged for it when I got back.
Did you purchase this from the same retailer from which you purchased your Rolex?
It is the same retailer.
Okay, listen, that is an important data point because I can understand wanting to continue to have a strong relationship with the retailer that got you the Pepsi. So I think that's not bad. I'll be honest, I don't love that. I don't love the California dial. It makes me quite sad, to be honest, that this is the watch that has adorned your wrist, while the Pepsi sits in the box for the past 11 days. In a way, it's an insult to Rolex. It's an insult to the community that had your back for 3 years, and we joined you in this emotional journey to get the Pepsi. But listen, guys, I'm asking you in the chat: is this the worst thing that could have happened? How much did you pay for this thing, by the way?
I paid the retail price, so it's £1,300, which I think is fantastic value for the watch. And I've enjoyed it. We've had some sunny weather, and it's been good to have a nice bright dial in the sun. It's a spring watch. I like it. I know I have to face the consequences of my passion.
Yeah,
and I'm here doing that. So I have no excuse. My main crime here is not crime, but
it is a crime. There's no doubt about it.
Yep. Sorry. My main crime here is not being confident enough to request the required approval because I was pretty certain everyone was going to say no.
Yeah, for good reason. It would have been definitely rejected. Skip Intro, on the other hand, says, "Congratulations, Muhammad." I think that's the positive sentiment of the community is to whenever somebody follows that foolhardy advice of buy what you like, to kind of like forgive them and congratulate them and celebrate their purchase. So I guess in that spirit, we will join Skip Intro in saying whatever sentiment that is, like good for you, wearing
Thank you.
good health, blah, blah, blah.
Thank you. I appreciate I appreciate I appreciate your kind of understanding and your kind of compassion, and your, you're able to kind of overlook, our failings or our.
Wow, look at this. Dear Artifact, who's a senior member of the Judiciary Committee, says colony ruling. This is being discussed within the Judiciary Committee. Muhammad Ali is sentenced to time served and is absolved of any stain on his record. Wow, we are extremely forgiving.
You are
as a
forgiving,
community.
and I appreciate.
If it were me personally, I would impose draconian measures on Muhammad Ali that might force him to sell the Nomos immediately at a loss or to donate it to charity. But I think the community listen, Muhammad Ali is a great guy. So I think your coming on here speaks volumes about your integrity and your willingness to be very forthcoming about your crimes against the community. Gatsby, member for 8 months. He's a member at the campaign senior advisor level, which is one of probably the highest level of anybody who's a member of the original OC channel. I think that's a $600 a month membership. Gatsby, thank you so much. Member for 8 months, allowing Mr. Ali to display this abomination. I mean, watch is a clear violation of his Fifth Amendment right to self-incrimination. I believe this entire matter should be dismissed with prejudice. Oh, maybe this is a mistrial. This is a mistrial because you were not read your rights. On the other hand, maybe we should look up the tariff tables and impose 104% tariff on Muhammad Ali's purchase, because he didn't purchase it in the good old US of A. He bought it in England, which is yet another violation of the moratorium, not buying in the good old US of A. Skip Intro, whoever this is, OC talks rubbish. That's true. Pay no mind, also true. It's a cool watch. Enjoy it. That's what I really don't like some of our followers. I think sometimes members of the community they far too forgiving. If I were sentencing you, I would say that we would have to force you to make an immediate purchase of a watch that is an approved brand. And that way you can get back into the good graces. And that way you can have a new watch that will render this watch old, obsolete, and can be shoved back into the drawer where it deserves to be.
Well, it's a funny thing then, Mr. OC. I actually got a call from the same authorized dealer today for another watch. If you'd like to see it.
No, I don't think I would. I'm scared. You made another purchase? Hold on a second. Okay, when did you get this watch? This Nomos?
I got on the 31st of March.
31st of March, and you got a call from the AD today?
Yes, at lunchtime. At just after 12:30 this afternoon London time. So they
Tell me you didn't go. Tell me you told them you were busy.
No, I kind of read the text message and I responded that I'll see them this afternoon.
Oh,
which I did.
Shit. Oh my god!
I made another purchase. I made another purchase. OC.
That's it. It's fucking over. You're gonna have to kick him out. Yeah, because there's no way that this is an approved purchase. There's no way it was. It's not a Patek Philippe, and so that only leaves Rolex. And that's it. We're done.
We're done,
guys.
Yep, absolutely. So there was another watch that came up. One which I've been waiting for a little bit since probably about a year or so.
Something wrong with this guy. Something wrong with Muhammad requires an intervention, guys. There's too many purchases and too little time. We extended the global moratorium through April 30th. The only approved brand
Yep.
for purchase is Rolex, and I have no idea. I'm dumbfounded as to what to
Yep.
say at this point, guys. Super chat. We will do what could be one of the worst unboxings of all time, because we already had one that was questionable. But if we combine it with another bad one, this could be the worst unboxing show in history. Coming up in 5 minutes. So let's see the super chats fly in. Any super chats will do. Just everybody flood in a few super chats to show appreciation to Muhammad Ali before he's sentenced to what could be a considerable time. I should kick him out of the WhatsApp group. We'll ban him from the chat. You know, unless there are differing opinions, it must jump on the panel to represent Muhammad Ali in this case. But yes, I'm having MC Moz says OC having a meltdown. True, I am, because listen, this should not have happened.
It should not have happened. True. I mean, in terms of, obviously, you mentioned I've already picked up a second watch today. I picked up one at the end of March, but it had been 6 months before my kind of prior purchase. So it had been a little while, but I still have kind of obviously appreciate that it's the quality of the purchases. To the hype brands is what is what you're valuing in terms of approvals.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Whole Milk says, I hope it's a Grand Seiko. No, that'll send me over the edge, Whole Milk. Send me over the edge. It better not be.
I wouldn't do that to OC. I think it would definitely push him over the edge.
Nope. Nomos has got me teetering right now. Brody, member for 8 months of the OC channel. Punishment is 3 hail OCs, and he must wear the Tudor for a week. You have a Tudor?
Yeah, I have a couple of Tudors. But they were purchased a few years ago. So I have the Black Bay Burgundy 41, and I have the Black Bay 58 in silver. I know their watches purchased in 2020 and 2021, which are just
we haven't gotten rid of them yet. Yeah, let's just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Is there any way to get rid of them? I think they're worth like $500 each, right?
Possibly, yeah. I think those will be in terms of if I was to trade them in, they'll be next to nothing. I probably need to at some point just put them onto eBay. Yeah.
Just like,
but those
beg people to take them off your hands.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is 10:30 your time, so listen. I want to be respectful of your time. If you bought something new, I'm scared, but I guess show us the bag or whatever. I mean, guys, super chat, throw out your guesses. What do you think? What brand do you think this is? This is from your AD that also has Rolex, and you also bought a Nomos there. I'm assuming they have all kinds of other brands like Tissot and Breitling and IWC, maybe JLC, Panerai, whatever. Just the normal multi-brand AD. Yeah.
It's a multi-brand AD. My particular AD is close to where I work, and they have Rolex, and they have Tag Heuer, Cartier, a few other brands. But I actually bought the Nomos from a different branch of the same retailer. So my actual sales associate, when I dealt with him today, he knew in my records I had bought the Nomos, so I kind of showed him as well.
Oh my God! Not only did you betray the community, but you went behind your SA's back, bought it from another AD, and the sales credit went to another SA, and your SA got screwed.
Well, I would not. You're right.
That's exactly what happened.
You're wrong in another way. It's in terms of that branch doesn't carry that brand.
So okay. But okay. Like if I were to have you do it over again, if you really wanted that watch, I would go to your SA and say, hey, I really want this watch. They would have ordered it for you. They would have put it in the system, had it delivered to your store, and your SA would have gotten the credit for it. So guys, that's a faux pas there. Like, don't make the same mistake that Muhammad Ali's made, because you want to make sure that your sales associate gets credit for all garbage purchases that are in your profile.
They do,
Julius Caesar is in the chat, member for 1 month. Grand Seiko Skyflake. Is that the name of a dial? I know that they have a snowflake. Is there something called a Skyflake? Who knows? And who cares? But thank you for the member milestone chat. For those of you who are members, have a star next to your name. Click on the currency icon to use up all of your member chats, guys. All super chats will be appreciated. We have 56 people watching. Let's get to how many upvotes do we need to have? How many likes should we have here? How about 35? Let's get to 35 likes. Guys, keep in mind, if you're a member, look at what Mr. G did. He used his membership-only custom emojis, membership emojis. We have access to Rolex, AP, Vacheron, Omega, and a couple others in there. I think he's hoping that you bought Rolex. Cross your fingers, but it's not likely, guys. It's probably like some Tag Heuer or it could be Cartier. Is Cartier bad? All right, show us whatever this box or whatever this bag is, and let's get this thing over with. You want to tell us, okay, so you requested this 6 months ago. Anything else you want to share without giving too much away?
No, it's a kind of watch that's been on my kind of wish list for a while. Well, a similar version to it was on my wish list, but I had also said that I would accept slightly different dials as well.
Okay.
So it's been out there for a while. It was the same sales associate that got me the Pepsi last year.
Right.
So he has been looking after me. I mean, he's given me the Cermit, but I also bought Grand Seiko and Panerai in the past from him as well. So I do have a history with him. And I also had a history with him prior to him working at the authorized dealer that he's working at now. I knew him, I think, about 15 years ago when he worked at another AD, and I bought Tag, Heuers, and Bell & Rosses. And those were my kind of early days of watch collecting. These were far before the YouTube world, and if I'd known then, if I'd known UOC at that point, I'd have got Pateks by now. I'd have got Pateks in the mid 2010s. But
well, I didn't know anything about watches until about 6 months ago,
exactly.
so probably not.
Exactly. But yeah, so it's been one of it's I think it's a brand. I'm hoping you'd approve it, Mr. OC. I'm hoping you will approve it.
I highly doubt it. By the way, you have a Sprite. Oh, I'm sorry, a Kermit. You have the Pepsi, and then the most recent Rolex purchase you made was it was a green dial Oyster Perpetual, correct?
That's correct. That was from a different AD.
Gotcha.
And that was around my 50th birthday. You were just slightly after.
Right, but it should be noted that you've been on quite the spending spree lately over the last year or so.
Yeah, over the last couple of years, I would say, yeah, because I got the overseas before.
The overseas, yeah.
Before last Christmas. And then I got the Pepsi. So I got the overseas in December 2003. And then I got the Pepsi in 2004 in February. So those would be my two kind of big purchases in the last kind of 15 months. And prior to that, I had got the Cermit, and I got a Panerai and a few other watches as well.
But more recently, you also did get the Oyster Perpetual 36 in green or 41?
36 in green. 36 in green. That was in September. So that was my last major watch, was the Oyster Perpetual, until the Nomos and this other piece.
Got it. All right. Well, let's get to it. What do we have here?
Okay. So it's a box that looks like this. I think some of you will be able to guess by the color on the side.
Yes.
I see OC getting excited.
Thank God.
Thank
God. It's the new box.
It's the new box,
guys.
It's the new Rolex box as well.
Yes.
The new green box says my first new Rolex box.
Nice.
I'm
feeling better already. I was feeling deathly ill.
I'm sure this will hopefully cheer you up.
Guys in the chat, what do you think it is? We need guesses. Your guesses need to be specific. So they need to be the collection. They need to include the bracelet and the dial color. Don't just say Daytona. Come on, guys. It has to be very, very specific. You have to name the collection, the bracelet type, the dial color, the size, everything. All non-specific entries will be disqualified. Do they even have like medium and large boxes? I don't think we've even seen a large box anymore. All we've seen are mediums of this new green outer box so far.
Yeah, my sales associate said that for kind of the medium box, they are obviously issuing the new ones for the last month or so. But for the larger boxes, they're actually still using the old design because they want to get through their old inventory. So they haven't got to a stage where they're actually issuing the new boxes in the larger sizes.
Right, got it. We need very, very specific guesses. Grandmaster Chime says the first land dweller unboxing ? And Elmo says it can't be a land dweller, surely. If you were listening closely, Mohammed said that it was a watch that he requested 6 months ago. So pay attention, guys. Use your ears, use your brains. Think before you throw out erroneous guesses. It's couldn't possibly be the land dweller because it was something that was requested 6 months ago. Here we go. We've got some crazy guesses coming up here. Dear Artifact says it's a Datejust with the mint green dial. Okay. Omar says it is a Yachtmaster in rose gold on Oyster Flex. There's no dial color there, but I think that's black
Yeah.
only. There might be another color, but I can't remember. Enrique says precious metal day date on Jubilee, which makes absolutely no sense. That's not even a thing. Johnny O says it's a Rolex Oyster Perpetual with the celebration tile. That's been discontinued. 0 chance of. I mean, if you got one of those, that'd be amazing because those are gone. And we have a couple of guesses here. For Vimal says it's the two-tone root beer, the root beer GMT Master 2 CHNR in steel and rose gold. That would be at a very expensive purchase. That's an expensive watch. Any other guesses, guys, in the chat? Keep those guesses coming. We have over 60 people watching for this, I guess, unboxing that will hopefully redeem Mohammed's egregious purchase of a red, I'll call it carrot red, maybe fire engine red. Nomos, what's the official name of that color?
It's a non-stop red.
Non-stop.
Red.
I don't even like the name. Non-stop red. Nomos with California dial.
But it looks beautiful in the sunlight. But I'm probably not helping my case now. So.
Yeah, I think it should be called Stop Red. Like, in other words, stop right there. It's the rarest of them all. It's a Datejust in two-tone with the yellow gold, two-tone yellow gold with the Jubilee fluted. I'm not sure what that means. Mr. Tudor, to you, please explain again. Oh, Wimbledon dial, two-tone Datejust, yellow gold fluted. Very, very specific. Johnny O, it's a dusty Oyster Perpetual they had in the back. That's possible. Elmo says it's the Sprite, which is the left-hand drive, the VTNR. Skip Entro says, I agree with them all. It could be the two-tone root beer. Ryan Hofrey in the chat says it is a rose gold green dial date. Wow, that you would have a pretty hefty credit card bill at the end of the month if you bought that. Whole milk, it's another Pepsi. Very good. Okay, well, tell us a little bit about the thought process. Like 6 months ago, what were you thinking? What was it? What hole did this fill in your collection? Why did you think that this was something that you wanted? And you were flexible, you said, in terms of the dials. I mean, there was multiple colors that you considered?
There were multiple colors. For this particular watch, I had requested, I mean, if I say it, it will give
Don't say it. Okay.
It'll give it away. But there was it comes in different colors and different kind of looks.
Interesting.
I had requested one particular model in 36, and then also they considered me in 41. So something which came out, actually, it was about 2 years ago now. But my sales associate said that that might be quite tough to get, and it may not be around forever. These are all clues. And that would you consider this as an alternative? So I said I would consider it, or I would take that as an alternative if the first option was not available. I think I've given far too much away now.
I think you gave so many clues
Yeah.
that you should probably have figured it out by now. You gave away the sizes that were available, the fact that it
Yeah.
comes in multiple colors, that these dials may have come out 2 years ago, that
Yeah.
they're hot, and that they could have been discontinued at any time. So we got Cloud Ken says Tiffany dial Oyster Perpetual 36. Very guess. That's a turquoise blue. Mr. G says Celebration dial. That's a good one. Celebration dial was recently discontinued. Good guesses, guys, in the chat.
Yep.
Skip Intro says Oyster Perpetuals are surprisingly hard to get. I would agree with that. If you want the difficult
Yeah.
colors, they're definitely hard to get. Ryan James, $5 super chat. Congratulations in advance, Mohammed. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that, guys. If you want to celebrate
Thank you, Ryan.
with Mohammed with a super chat, that would be very much appreciated. This is, I won't say this is a non-profit stream, but we do have costs, and that we do run this channel at a loss for your benefit. So, and we do volunteer our time for free. And Mohammed's volunteering his time celebrating this. And I use the word celebrating in this case because it's a Rolex, celebrating with all of us. So let's keep the guesses coming, and let's see the new box. Open up, take the cardboard,
Absolutely.
and let's
So
check
I'll
out that new Rolex box.
Here's the outer box, and then the new box folds down like this. So you have Rolex on the bottom, and it's all green now.
Nice.
And I'll just take that out. So it's all green.
Green, and
to the
it's made.
side.
And on the back of the box, doesn't it say like in gold writing, like made of recycled materials or something on where the hinges are, or on the bottom? Yeah. No.
It says something, but I'm sure it says maybe recycle. Yeah, I can't see it too clearly. But yeah, it's on the back there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, hold it up to the camera. We can read it. Higher. A little bit higher. Nope. The other way. There we go. It says Rolex SA, Geneva, Swiss. And I can't read the black text. Yeah. Got it.
I'll have a look at it in the kind of sunlight tomorrow.
Thank you, Ryan James. Really appreciate that. Oh, the unboxing. Here it goes. I mean, unless people want to throw out guesses, I think we have arrived at the time.
Okay, so you can see, obviously, got the new hinges at the back, which are kind of much nicer than the just the kind of folded previous box.
Yep.
Is this the first unboxing with the new box, or have you seen it already?
I can't recall. I think we've done some unboxings with the new box, but it's cool to see it.
Good.
Yeah, let's show the top of it.
Yep. So it's the new horizontal wave pattern. Yeah.
And how does it feel? Does it feel soft, or does it feel like hard? And
no, it's definitely hard. It's definitely a hard feel. I wish I brought my other boxes out, and we could have done a better comparison. But yeah, it does look. I think it does look much nicer. It looks a lot more sharper and higher quality than the last box. I think even having the green outer box kind of goes very well with the kind of Rolex brand and colors of the watch.
It kind of makes you wonder why they didn't have green to begin with. Why did they have tan?
Precisely.
You know? And I think when they launched Rolex CPO, they finally realized, like, you know what? We have tan boxes here. Like, why do we have tan boxes over there? It's like, so it's a pretty smart move. Let's do this. Here we go. Requested 6 months ago.
So I'll do the reverse on
the reverse on, and here's the spin. Yeah. Let's make sure the watch doesn't fall out. Here it is. And it is a Oyster Perpetual with the turquoise blue. Is that a 41 or a 36?
It's a 36.
36. Oh, Oyster Perpetual 36 millimeter. So you now have a green, and now you have a turquoise blue. Those are so hard to get Congratulations,
turquoise.
Mohammed.
Thank you very much, OC. Thank you very much. So I'm just going back to kind of the story. So initially, I was I'd obviously requested for the celebration dial, but over the last few months, my sales associate was kind of saying, how hard it is to get one. He hasn't seen one recently, and obviously there were rumors of discontinuation. So then he did say that he would consider me for a Tiffany. Would you consider a Tiffany dial if one was to come in? And then I think about a month before Watches and Wonders, he told me that the celebration dial will be discontinued, and that the Tiffany dial would be available for you. If it comes in, we could get one to you. He was actually worried that as well as the celebration going, that the turquoise blue would also go. But that has remained, and one came into the store today, and he gave me a text message around lunchtime, and by 6 o'clock I was there handing over my card and taking the new watch.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations to Muhammad Ali from Cloud Ken. Super chat, $5. He says, greatest of all time. Congratulations, Muhammad Ali. And thank you to Johnny O in Chicagoland. Johnny O is in Chicagoland. Flamingo Blue highlighted comment. Congratulations. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. So I'll just put it on wrist. I had a couple of links removed.
Let's put it on the wrist.
Here we go. So let's get it right. If you get good angles here. It fits very nicely. And I think the watch will look great tomorrow in the sun shines. I'll make sure the group gets some photographs as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Let me, by the way, bring up something for us to check out. Let me see here. This is the new, the new chart, the new dial chart for the Oyster Perpetual lineup in 2025. Listen, we try to not only provide you with entertaining unboxings, but actually educational information. This is the new color chart for the Oyster Perpetual lineup. By the way, the colors that remain unchanged for 2025 are green, turquoise blue, and silver. Those are the three colors that remain. All the other colors are new. So the Sunray Black has been discontinued. The Sunray Blue has been discontinued. The Sunray Black has been replaced by a new matte lacquer black.
Yep.
The Sunray Blue has been replaced with a new matte lacquer blue, and of course we have new colors for 2025: the lavender, the beige, and the pistachio. So check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So in terms of obviously I've got the green and the turquoise blue in 36 now. I did update my list while I was there. So I put through now the pistachio and also the lavender in 36 as future. Again, it'll be a while before I get those pieces, as well as a land dweller. So I put those onto the list as they're kind of available, as they are kind of released this year, but it'll be a while before any of those come through. But I just wanted to update my kind of list too. And this sales guy's been very good to me. I know I've known him for 15 years. I've known him for 10 years even before he worked at the particular authorized dealer. So and he got me the Pepsi and the Cermit and this watch. So he's a good contact. So hopefully in the next year or two, more pieces will come.
Very cool. So you put yourself on the list for the land dweller.
I did. The 36mm land dweller. I want to have a look at it and see kind of what it feels like on wrist. It does look like a lovely watch that wears very well. I admire the oyster quartz version you have, OC. So that's the kind of the new generation of that style of watch. Yeah, I thought I'd just at least get on the registry for that watch and see kind of what happens in the next few months when they start hitting the market, and people are wearing them on wrist, just to see how I feel about it. But it's better to be on the list, and yeah, I could always drop off if I change my mind. But I wanted to make sure at least I had taken up a place before they kind of close any lists.
Yep. And so you put your name on the list without even seeing it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously, I've seen the live streams and the renderings and the pictures on YouTube, and also from the Rolex website.
Got it. So
And the same with the pistachio, and also with the lavender as well. Yeah, it's it'll be a few weeks or a few months before we actually see them in person at our authorized dealers.
Jen G, congratulations, Mohammed. Ken says better
you.
than the Celebration dial. Skies and Boys, congratulations, Mohammed.
Yeah, I mean, I did really want the Celebration dial. That was kind of my hope, but the Tiffany dial was always a dial that I'd look back, from 2020 when they first came out with the new exciting colors. And I think kind of having just the regular turquoise blue is kind of more versatile. You can wear in more situations. But yeah, I literally can't believe that I've got a Tiffany dial or turquoise OP, because I know a few years back the kind of hype around them was incredible.
I know.
So yeah.
So this watch sells and trades for well over retail. So it's definitely an approved Rolex purchase. Should be approved by everybody in the community. And by the way, Aunt G says, rank your top 3 OP dials ever. So look at this chart here. This is all the new ones. And then keep in mind that there used to be yellow, coral red, Celebration, and maybe one other I can't remember. So what do you think? What do you think the top 3 Oyster Perpetual dials are ever of all time?
I would say for me, including the new ones, I think for the kind of the pre-new ones, it was the Celebration dial, it was the coral red, and maybe the yellow or the Tiffany blue would be. I know that's 4, but those are the kind of the ones I really liked. I do also actually like the green as well, but that was kind of a little bit further down the list.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, there's something about the coral red and the yellow which were incredible, but unfortunately those kind of came in, and then within 18 months they'd gone from all the sizes.
Yep. For me, my 3 favorites are the turquoise blue, the candy pink, and the coral red. I like those 3. Yeah. Those 3 are great choices. But I also love the new blue. I love the new beige. Love the new pistachio. Yeah. And the lavender is killer. I think it's interesting that they don't offer the lavender in the 41 size. And by the way, also someone in the chat said, "Is this the one with the new clasp?" No, the Oyster Perpetual 41 is a new model for 2025 with a redesigned case and a thinner clasp. But all the other Oyster Perpetuals remain the same in terms of their case and bracelet.
Actually, looking back, OC, I think one of the other Oyster Perpetuals I really liked as well, I know that was discontinued before 2020, was the grape dial. I think that was a great color as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. In the previous generation, you had the blue, you had the grape, you had the white, which is that Oyster Perpetual 39 white is a killer. Yeah. What else did you have? Oh, you had the slate with the periwinkle blue plots. Yeah, there's so many great Oyster Perpetual colors over the years. Yeah, let's see this thing on the wrist. Yeah, show that to us on the wrist. Yeah, come on. Okay. Phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
What a great color. Fits perfectly on the wrist. Muhammad didn't bother to manscape his arm or anything. We're getting it in full. We're getting it in its full masculine glory.
Thank you very much. You're very gracious, OC. You know,
no, you're an awesome member of the community. Your positivity and your enthusiasm is absolutely infectious, and you're also very generous member of all the streams. You know, so like you don't play politics or do any of that. Like if there's a stream that you watch and enjoy, you support it. You know, by participating in the chat, which is awesome, and should be something that should be acknowledged. MD Chaz says, "I missed the white dial." Yeah, be interesting if they came out with the white dial again.
Yeah, I think the lavender will be will be a really good watch. I think it's not as kind of as rich as the grape, but it's in that same kind of color scheme. Pistachio will be good. Beige will be good as well. I think we will have to see them, and I think the beige might be good for like wearing with suits and more formal gear as well. Yeah, I think there's some good colors. It'll keep us interested over the next couple of years. Hopefully they'll continue them for the medium to longer term. You know how Rolex has been, colors come in a couple of years and they kind of rejig it all, and then everyone gets into a panic to get them as quickly as possible because they know that Rolex will potentially do that.
What kind of question is this? Why did you go for the Rolex Tiffany Oyster Perpetual over and get this off the screen?
Okay.
Stupid question. All right. Who the heck shaves their arm for watches? Come on, Ken. Yeah, it does look good. By the way, Skip Intro says, "Wish they would do stone dial Oyster Perpetuals." I don't think they necessarily need stone at this point. They're just coming with so many good colors, and they're retiring and refreshing at a reasonable pace. Yeah. So, like or where you don't know how long it's going to last. It could be gone a year. It could be gone 2 years. So I think that adds a little bit of excitement to it, not knowing that it could be around for very long.
Yeah, because if you knew that, like a particular watch is going to be around for 5 years or 10 years, then they're kind of not the pressure, but you'll be far more relaxed about kind of getting one in the kind of medium to long term. But if you know that things are only going to be 1, 2, 3 years, it kind of does make it the hunt more exciting.
Now, doesn't the fact that this watch came only 2 weeks after you bought the Nomos, doesn't that in a way vindicate the approach of the moratorium? Like now you're stuck.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck with the Nomos, and you got this, and you should be wearing this every day for like several weeks at least. And now the Nomos, which you paid hard-earned money for, you know, is probably going to sit in like one of those, not even in the main box. It's going to go like in the secondary box, which like isn't even made by Bosphorus or whatever. It's like some no-name brands, like something like a Wolf or something, like an ugly old box. And it's going to be relegated to that. I mean, how does that make you feel?
I think that I will get some wear out of the Nomos still. Obviously, tomorrow, you can rest assured, OC, that I'll be wearing the turquoise blue Oyster Perpetual. And you'll see many photos of it. And it will be my main watch for the next few weeks, and then I'll go into the kind of rotation where I think if it's a weekend and the weather's nice, I will put the Nomos on. But I will go back to the Pepsi. I'll go back to the overseas. That's the kind of problem we have when we build. When we have build collections, is that
collections that are too big. Collections that are too big. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I've got so many other watches, from 20 years of kind of getting watches. So you gotta kind of trim your collection as well at some point as well. But we've all got far too many watches, and then you kind of don't wear certain watches, even though at some point you really like them. But I think the Oyster Perpetual turquoise blue will be on the wrist for the next few weeks, with the occasional appearance of the Nomos. But I know OC, I'll try to keep the Nomos appearance to
like what you can wear them in the house, like in the living room. Okay. You're sitting on the sofa watching, TV or something. You wear that for a little while, then put the Rolex back on. By the way, how's your mom doing? Is that okay if we ask? Like, hope you and your family are doing okay. Hope the mom's doing okay.
Yeah. My mother's good. My mother's good. The only kind of challenge was that because I was off to Chicago the last week of March for work, but I also had a few days to take off as well around the weekends. It was hard for me to also go to Geneva because my sister had to come down from where she lives to look after my
Yeah.
mother. So it was kind of either choosing to go to Chicago or go to Geneva. And it was a tough choice, but I really do enjoy Chicago. It was an opportunity for me to go to work, to meet my colleagues that I work with. And also I love Chicago socially as well. I spent a bit of time over the years there. So even to have a couple of weekends there where I was just chilled and relaxed was great.
Did you have any pizza while you were there?
No, I didn't have any pizza. I've done the deep
No.
dish before. I've done the deep dish before. I've definitely done it before. But yeah,
And you
I
did,
had a great time.
and you did meet up with members of the community while you were in Chicago.
I did. I met up with a couple of them. I met with Marco from Berdines.
Marco F of Berdines. Check out Berdines at berdines.com or whatever. Berdines Jewelry. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I had a great time with him. We actually went out for an Italian meal. And we also smoked some cigars, and that was wonderful. And
Nice.
I also met up with your friend Curly as well
That's right.
on the last day, and he drove down and took the time to
In
meet
person?
me.
And no way, in person? The better half of Kurlock?
Exactly.
Leader of the hate stream?
Oh, there was no. He's full of love. He's just misunderstood.
Oh.
No, it was a wonderful meeting him as well. He's a lot of fun as well.
I think you're the only person to have met him in person.
I think so. Yeah,
Wow.
maybe the first, but I'm sure I will not be the last. I think now he's got now he's kind of met me. I think he would like to meet a lot more people. I think a lot of people would like to meet him as well. So I'm sure that there'll be many more gatherings. I think OC, you can go out to Chicago next time, and I think it'd be a great stream having you and the other half of Kurlock together.
I think we should do a Gonzo stream the next time that happens. Next time you're back in Chicago, let's plan it. Let's definitely do it.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was great meeting him, and he was very kind as well in terms of gave me a box a handful of cigars that he had got from other members of the franchise channel. So I have been kind of working through smoking them over the last couple of weeks. So I've really enjoyed them. So thank you.
Nice. Cool. Thanks for jumping. I know it's late there. Feel free to, you're welcome to stay as long as you want, but I think, thank you for the unboxing. We're going to go back to the coverage of.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Have a good one. Thanks for jumping on.
You too. Take care. Bye. Bye.
The great Muhammad Ali, everybody. That was a shocker. Whew. He came really close to getting excommunicated from the community, but he salvaged himself. He salvaged his reputation by getting another Rolex. He's lots of watches. He buys a lot of watches. He's a true watch guy. He's got some good ones too. Got the Sprite. That's 2 Oyster Perpetuals. One in the green, one in the turquoise blue, and he got the Pepsi. He has a Vacheron Overseas. What do you need a Nomos for? He really should have checked with us. But listen, all is forgiven. What can you do? The heart wants what it wants. So here's what we do. Let's drop the link to join the chat. I'm going to continue on with this video. You guys know that I'm not really entertaining. I'm quite boring by myself. So if someone wants to jump on the panel and join me, here is your chance. Let me check the likes. We have 43 likes, which is pretty damn impressive, I have to say. I'm not even going to ask for any more likes. You guys have come through with flying colors. But we're going to go back to the video. You've gone soft, OC. Your coalition support is falling apart. Yeah, I mean, he did follow it up with a quick Rolex purchase. That's kind of insane timing. So he was able to luckily rebound quickly with a Rolex purchase that absolved him of his sins. But I mean, it just goes to prove, like, as much as, and we do celebrate and enjoy his unboxing of the Nomos, but it just goes to show, like, he bought the Nomos, and then, you know, a couple of weeks later, he got the Oyster Perpetual. It's like it renders the Nomos pretty much not useless, but yeah, it's like, see, I'm not going to call it a mistake. Like, we should celebrate all unboxings. Buy what you love. Is foolhardy, and I think this proves it. You know, because you end up buying something that you like, and then now it's not going to be worn. It's not going to be worn. Maybe it'll be worn once or twice. Hey, we got DP in the chat who says, "OC, nice job with your watches and wonders coverage. Very professional. Well done." Thank you, DP. I appreciate that. I am going to, on the next watch event, I will Gonzo stream in some way, shape, or form the next watch event, whatever that may be. It may be sooner than later. You never know. There may be an event coming up soon that I may or may not have been asked to live stream on behalf of the event organizer. So we shall see. Back to the action. Jump on the panel if you want to review this with me, but this has been very illuminating, this interview with Nico Leonard and Boston collector lookalike Tom Segura.
Perpetual or the skeleton perpetual?
Flat perpetual.
Gay.
You think I didn't want the skeleton? Do you think I was like, hey?
Oh. I think I was like, hey.
You think I didn't want the skeleton? Do you think I was like, hey, take away the skeleton?
And me thinking he had some good relationship. He thought he had a good relationship with AP. Like,
no, I've asked. Believe me, I've asked. Dude. I asked.
That's all insane, mate.
All I wanted is the skeleton.
It's good that they can joke about it. Yeah, they're just joking around. It's all good.
By the way, I've told them.
Yeah,
I don't have any juice there. Yeah.
I've had that watch on my wrist, and I was like, I f***ing love this. So
Yeah, I love that watch.
it's class. Until I heard, oh shit, I'm a bit of a wild guy. I will probably break a link, and then it's like,
Yeah, I'm
game
surprised you
match.
can keep anything on, man.
Right, look at this. It's made.
Let me see this.
This is
Oh, I'm not gonna go into anything else in this video. But that was good. It was good to cover that. Good to cover that. What else is cooking in the post watches and wonders world? Let's see. By the way, if in case you didn't catch the announcement yesterday, breaking news. On May 1st, Rolex will be modifying their rules of their certified pre-owned program and will be offering watches that instead of being 3 years and older, they will be 2 years and older. So according to Watch Pro, shout out to Watch Pro, I'm citing them as the source of this information. The terms of the Rolex certified pre-owned program will be changing on or around March. Did I say March 1st? May 1st. May 1st. And products that are 2 years and older will be available for purchase. It's part of Rolex's plan to completely dominate the secondary market for pre-owned Rolex. What else is happening? Anything at all? If there's any news or information you think is relevant. Oh, by the way, the tariffs on Switzerland have been paused. I think we announced that yesterday. The tariffs on Switzerland, the 31% tariffs have been paused for 90 days, which is a good thing. The draconian tariffs will not be taking effect. So now there's another video that Nico did that was Nico's. Let me see here. Boom. Let me do this and then this. This was a video where he ranked all the new releases from every brand. And I'm going to quickly go through this. And I want to know whether or not you guys agree or disagree. And I'm happy to change the topic to something else if you guys want me to, if there's something else you want me to cover. But I do want to thank Nico for letting me replay his videos. These videos are being played consistent with US copyright law under fair use, but I also want to drop the link to Nico's channel and let him know that I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the playing of the videos. We are providing color commentary, and they are being shown because they are newsworthy. This is newsworthy content. All right, let's go through the video and we'll see whether or not he's spot on the money or not. I ranked all the new releases from every watch brand. Let's go.
There's 2025. And we're doing this in person. We've made up some weird categories, some weird watches, man. Let's go. First brand of the day, Tudor. I don't know what.
Ugh. What's the lowest What's the lowest tier? What is the absolute lowest tier?
To say, I love Tudor. I've always loved Tudor. I collect really cool Tudors, by the way, myself, chronograph, all sorts of things, right? I heard they brought out a larger Black Bay.
Ugh. Yuck. Yeah, it's an ugly, ugly configuration. I think this is the Black Bay 68, which is a larger Tudor, a larger Black Bay. This is ugly. This is hideous. No one in their right mind should ever be buying this. Ugly. Let's get it off the screen. Let's get it off the screen. Quick.
As if the Black Bay wasn't large enough. It is so thick, it's wild. I know they're working on
So that's, in other words, he hates it. That's good.
certifications, and it's amazing. Class, fantastic. Not something that really warms my heart. I see the prices rising significantly. I've been an advocate from Tudor for many years. New Pelagos, really, yeah.
New Pelagos. Is it Pelagos or Pelagos? Let me, guys in the chat, which what is it? Is it Pelagos or Pelagos? Does it matter? No one should be buying this watch anyway.
Cool. To be honest, it's the same shit, but I've seen
Exactly, it's the same shit. It's the same shit every year with these fuckers. Fuck these guys. I fucking hate them. They're the worst.
in the last couple of years. I'm afraid we've already witnessed the peak of Tudor.
Yeah, the peak of Tudor was like 3 years ago.
There's no wow factor anymore.
This Nico's opinion is spot on here. The prices are too high. The watches are shit. They didn't need to be any bigger and fatter. It's a disgrace. This brand, I don't even know how they can afford to spend millions and millions on these booths and the marketing. It's over for these guys. It's fucking over. They peaked so many years ago.
Last wow factor for me was the pink chronograph.
There you go. That's a fine watch. I get it. Like the flamingo blue, the Miami pink. Those are at least they're interesting. You know, like, you know, you blow your $5,000 on the watch, and you know you wear it, and it's kind of cool for like 2 weeks, and then you toss it in the drawer. But you shouldn't be doing that anyway, unless you're like super rich, and you have money to like literally burn. Like if you had like $5,000 cash and you could afford to like throw it into a fireplace and watch it burn. If you're not that kind of rich, then you should not be buying this watch.
Right,
because your money's going up in smoke, and it's a bad watch. It's an okay watch, but it's not worth anything. How about that? It's a watch that's worthless, but you could wear it a few times.
It was cool. I was like, well, I have balls, right? Using Brad Pitt constantly, or was it Brad Pitt, or who did he use?
David Beckham?
David Beckham, yeah, the same thing, right? Using him
Yep, same thing. Whatever.
to leak their new watches. It's the same shit every year. I want watch brands to be storytellers. Tudor have told me to tell the same story over and over again. Is it a good?
What story? What story is that? What story do they possibly tell? That they're born to dare? Fuck.
Watch? 100%. Are they class? Whatever. I think it's meh, and that is absolutely.
Meh. I don't know. Let's see what these categories are here. We've got God tier, class or class, would buy, meh, I don't know, I don't care, shite, and Bremont. I think Tudor belongs in the shite category. Yeah, shite.
Meh at best. Next up, Tech Heuer. Sentiment, I think, is the right word.
Do you guys agree? Let me just back this up. Here are the categories. Please type in the chat right now. Please type in Tudor and the category. Don't just type in the category, because we want when people watch the live stream back, we want in your comments to be able to associate the brand with the comment. So type in Tudor and then the category to which you think it belongs in the chat. I'm going to say Tudor shite. I'm not typing it in because I'm the host, but you guys have to type it in. Or if you're too lazy, you can think it. But come on, come on, guys. We have over 40 people watching. Let's get some engagement going. Let's get some participation. It's a participatory program. Whole Milk says Tudor is Bremont. That's right. That's the absolute worst category. Thank you, Whole Milk. And we got time and tested in the chat. Congratulations, Muhammad Ali. Great pickup. I agree. DP says Tudor, I don't care. That's a pretty low score. That's third up from the bottom. I agree. That's definitely in the bottom half. Thank you for your participation, guys. I appreciate it. Keep those comments coming. Right in Tudor and then the category that you think is applicable.
Absolute meh at best. Next up, Tech Heuer. Sentiment, I think, is the right word for me. With the new partnership with F1, they rewrote history again. If you look at the launches, I think the Carrera is one of the most beautiful chronographs out there on a new bracelet. It is genuinely spectacular. We've really seen the uplift of Tech Heuer the last couple of years. If I look at the F1 watch, well, it's not something I would buy, but at 17.
It's not something that I would buy, meaning it's not a good watch, but if someone's dumb enough to buy it, then I guess we're told that we should be happy for them and not ridicule them. So, okay, I got it. But yeah, like the Carreras are great. Carreras are great.
1,700 Swiss franc. I think it's not bad at all. And look,
1,700 for this? Hard pass. It's a no for me, dog. Hard pass.
looking back in your own history, doing something quirky, doing something young, I can see this becoming a very popular watch. From that perspective, I would definitely rate Tech Heuer at a would buy category.
Tag Heuer at a would buy. What do you think about that? That's pretty high up there. I think we need to be far more critical. Whole Milk says Tag Heuer is I don't care. That's third from the bottom. Ken says Tag is worse than Tudor. Ooh. Okay, I don't know about that. You really feel that way? Tag is worse than Tudor? I remember I put Tudor at shite. Let me see if I can do something here. I need a piece of paper. OC needs a piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, I will document my info. All right, so let's see. Tudor equals shite. And Tag Heuer equals, for me, I'm going to put it, I don't care, which is one level above shite. Time and Tested says, I really like Tudor, to be honest. Just me. I wish they'd work on their Black Bay 58 bracelets. Nobody really likes the rivets on the side. Yeah. True. Nobody likes the rivets. Just get rid of the rivets already. They don't want it to look too much like an oyster bracelet from Rolex, but I think at this point you just remove the rivets and make it better. Let's keep going.
Because, yeah, they tell their story really, really well. Next, Bulgari. They deserve a prize for making...
Bulgari or Bulgari? This is another one of those things like, it's hard to know how to pronounce it. Is it Pelagos or Pelagos? Is it Bulgari or Bulgari? How you just pronounced it Bulgari? I think it's Bulgari.
Yeah, they tell their story really, really well. Next, Bulgari. They deserve a prize for making the most craziest watches in the world, but simultaneously make them absolutely hideous. Maybe it's got to do with taste. Maybe I don't know.
Let's get the closed captioning back on so I can actually understand what he's saying.
Next, Bulgari. They deserve a prize for making the most craziest watches in the world, but simultaneously make them
the most craziest. I mean, just the craziest for making the craziest. Yeah, you don't say most craziest. English correction.
absolutely hideous. Maybe it's got to do with taste. Maybe I don't understand it. Well, I think it's a me problem, but Jesus Christ, that is horrendous looking. However, the thinnest ever tourbillon, it's mad engineering. You can make
The thinnest ever tourbillon.
horrendous looking. However, the thinnest ever tourbillon, it's mad engineering. You can make some watches. Now the next step is make them actually look good. For me, that is going on the meh category, but they deserve
The meh category. So Bulgari or Bulgari is on the same level as Tudor, which is meh according to Nico Leonard. And I'm not going to put Bulgari in the shit category, but I am going to put Bulgari in the I don't care category, which is the third from the bottom. Where do you guys put it? Where do you put Bulgari? Let me know.
but they deserve significantly more. However, I would highly recommend some new designers. On to the next one. Hublot. No idea what they've done, but I'm just going to automatically put them in the Brandon category.
Oh, come on. Come on, that's not nice. Hublot automatically in the Bremont category? I would put them in the... What's the one above I don't care?
In a way, they've been upgraded because they don't have their own category anymore.
Exactly. We call it progress, right?
Or is Bremont lower?
Oh, Bremen was IWC.
That's funny.
I don't know what they've done. Something with the engineer. I wasn't allowed to see the watches. I don't know. What do you want me to say, Mo? Because, like, I don't know.
They have some cool F1 cars, though.
Yeah. Are they selling F1 cars here? What's correct? I give them a 10 out of 10 for the stand again, right?
Yeah.
The stand is awesome. They did a very, very good job with the stand. Very educational. By the way, Tag Heuer was a beautiful, beautiful booth as well.
I can't rate it.
Will we put them in their own category for people that we just don't know?
Yeah, I don't.
All right. So IWC goes into I don't know. I will put Hublot into I don't know. And I will put IWC also into I don't know. So I agree with Nico here. So far I've got Tudor as shite. I have Tag Heuer as I don't care. Bulgari as I don't care. And Hublot and IWC as I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I don't know. Another one for the I don't know category, or maybe we can do another category called I don't care. Van Cleef, lovely bracelets, mate. Lovely, the flower.
Van Cleef and Arpels. Van Cleef and Arpels. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Thingies and stuff. Vacheron Const.
That was quick. He didn't even cover it.
I don't know. Another one for the I don't know category, or maybe we can do another category called I don't care. Van Cleef.
Van Cleef. He didn't even show anything from Van Cleef. So Van Cleef for watches, I'm going to put them as I don't care. I don't care, which is third from the bottom. No offense to anybody watching. Okay, no offense.
Lovely bracelets, mate. Lovely, the flower thingies and stuff. Vacheron Constantine.
Vacheron Constantine, not to be confused with Vacheron Constantin, part of the Richemont group.
Record. Most complicated wristwatch ever created. 41 complications. This is not a watch that is available to the wider public. It's a piece unique. It's a way for them to showcase what they can actually do. And earlier this year, Vacheron brought out another version of the 222, a steel version of the 222. And I love the 222, but enthusiasm of everyone wasn't as much as with the gold 222 when that was introduced 2 years earlier. I love Vacheron Constantine, but think Vacheron.
Is it Vacheron Constantine or Constantin? I'm telling you, man, the pronunciation issues today. We've got, let's just document this. Let's document the discrepancies in pronunciation. We've got Pelagos or Pelagos. We've got Bulgari or Bulgari. And we've got Vacheron Constantin versus Vacheron Constantine.
222 when that was introduced 2 years earlier. I love Vacheron Constantine, but I think Vacheron Constantine is in a really difficult situation because they're competing against Patek Philippe. They're competing against many other big watch brands. Vacheron Constantine sits within the Richemont group, and in the same group, A. Lange & Söhne sits. If I look at Vacheron Constantine and I compare that with A. Lange & Söhne, I think my preference would go to the Germans. And I never thought I would say that because I have never really talked highly about A. Lange. Not because they're not making good watches, because A. Lange & Söhne arguably makes the best watches of them all, but it's just how it makes me feel. Vacheron Constantine broke a world record. They deserve all the praise. There's incredible people behind the brand, but would I buy it? I would buy a 222, but that's about it. So for me, Vacheron is going into meh.
It's going into meh. It's going into meh. All right. Where do I put Vacheron Constantine? Let's think about this one here. Where do I put Vacheron Constantine? There's so many collections that they have that I don't really care for, but they are a great brand. They are a great brand. So I'm going to, what do you guys think? Where does Vacheron go? Guys, there's 60 people watching. How is that even possible? Let's get to 50 likes, guys. 50 likes, and we will continue on with the show. Let's pause. Let's pause until we get to 50 likes. Come on, guys. If you just joined the live stream, it's the original OC channel. Make sure you're subbed. Make sure you have notifications set to all. We only do live streams here. We don't do videos. We only do live streams. So make sure notifications are set to all. Upvote. Let's get to 50 likes. I'm going to say that Vacheron, for me personally, goes into meh. Vacheron goes into meh, which is where he's putting it. I agree with Nico. Vacheron Constantine is meh.
Category. And from the outside of Vacheron, we can see Elon and Söhne. They have released potentially my favorite watch of the entire show. I was never a real big fan of the Odysseus, to be honest. I think the bracelet was a wee bit awkward. It's original. Well, Elon and Söhne brought out a new Odysseus. A wee bit of a sand gold.
Okay, so this is the new honey gold. They call this honey gold. It's a special alloy that Longa has produced. And it's a full honey gold Odysseus with a beautiful brown dial. Yes, is it gorgeous? Sure. Does it change the game? No. Does it do anything for them? Not really.
Gold, rose gold. Actually, unbelievably beautiful. I want to show you that one. Absolutely love that. That is, well, that's
Awful video. Awful blown out video. Terrible. Sorry.
potentially my favorite watch of the show. I'm not gonna lie. It's first time, is it? First time? What? Would buy category. Oh,
Would buy. So Longa going into would buy. I don't know about that. Definitely not would buy for me. For me, it's not even meh. I'm going to put it alongside AWC. I'm going to put Langa Onzuna into the I don't know category. I don't know. Yeah. Definitely, I don't know. Not higher than that. It's not higher than that.
oh, correction. I didn't know this. Make it a cool watch. And then make it limited to 100 pieces.
Oh, it's limited to 100 pieces, which means it's not even attainable. So I think the impact on the market is nothing.
100 pieces only. Why? You make a cool watch. Like, why would you do that? No, that's not cool. I don't like that. No. Hey, you make a f***ing cool watch. You want the world to have that. I'm going to change it. Meh. That's...
Yeah, he changed. He lowered it. He lowered it. And I'm going to lower mine. I'm going to lower mine from I don't know to I don't care. Because nobody should care because no one's going to get it. There's only 100 pieces.
Disappointing. You listen to that. I love engineering, right? I love pushing boundaries.
Now, let me just right out of the gate say that Ulysse Nardin, that Nico has a relationship with Ulysse Nardin. So he's going to give it a very high score. I know immediately he's going to give it a high score, but it doesn't deserve to be as high as Nico puts it.
A watch doesn't tell the time any faster. It's not like a car. You see what I mean? Innovation is done in complete different ways. What UN has done is probably one of the most innovative things of every single brand bar.
I don't even want to listen to it, so I'm going to fast forward. I just don't want to promote Ulysse Nardin on my channel. So no offense, Nico. Just I don't want to promote them. I don't love them, so I'm not going to promote them.
Watch that is shit, I will tell you as well, but this is 100% of wood.
Ugh. Okay, so he put it as would buy. What do you guys think? Where does Ulysse Nardin go? I need your help. I need your help on this one. I'm thinking that it goes into I don't care, but maybe it belongs in the shite. Maybe I just put it in the shite along with Tudor. Right? I could be polite and just put it into I don't care. Whole Milk says Ulysse Nardin goes into shite because the Blancpain swatch is lighter. UN goes into the garbage. UN equals I don't know. All right, I'm going to put UN or Ulysse Nardine as I don't care, which is one level above shite. Let's keep going.
I would buy. Before we get into all the other brands, we need to go to a different show. Time to Watches is like a show for smaller brands, independent brands with a different type of wallet, to be honest.
But they deserve this tier list too.
They deserve to be on this tier list too, because some of them make really cool watches. And I want to share those cool watches with you. I think we're going to have a few new entrances in the tier list, to be honest.
Nope. What brand is this? I have no idea what he's talking about. Ugh! What the hell? Yikes. That scared me for a second there. No. Guys, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that brand. I can't even say it. Can't even say it here. You put it into would buy? Come on, man. That brand goes into Bremont. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the chat. By the way, how's the audio level? Just let me know how the audio level is doing. I think I want to make sure that the audio level is perfect. Just let me know. Volume wise, how do I sound? Testing 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Yeah, just let me know how the volume is. Too low or too high? Yeah, UN equals I don't know. I put them as I don't care, which is a level below that. This brand here that starts with an N, I'm putting them as Bremont. Which is the absolute lowest category. That's how I score them. I would never, ever put them above shite. They belong as shite or below. And we have a flamingo blue highlighted comment from Vimal, our friend in Canada, Nevada. Get the fuck out. Clearly AP pissed him off. Pissed him off for tantrum. Not sure what that means. Pissed him off for tantrum? Pissed him. Rephrase your comment, please. Don't super chat it again. Just retype it. Get the fuck out. Clearly AP pissed him off. So thank you, Vimal. Hey, you got John D in the chat. What's up, John D? Hey, Whole Milk has a great question. Is it Nevada or Nevada? Is it Nevada Grunchen or Nevada Grunchen? Well, I wonder. Is it Pelagos or Pelagos? Bulgari or Bulgari? Is it Vacheron Constantin or Vacheron Constantine? And is it Nevada or Nevada? These are all extremely important questions. Back to the video.
Because that is what I would buy and will buy. I'm also very excited to see the watch brand Vulcain. It's an old watch.
No, we're not. Come on, guys. For fuck's sake. Why the torture? Why the torture? I don't even know where you put that brand. I don't even care. Let's not even cover it. Let's not cover that one. Where are we at
Breitling
here?
back in the day, right? They sold Breitling, I think 7 years ago. Young, colorful watches, very interesting. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do in the future. I'll show you really, really quickly. Colorful stuff, really, really cool.
I don't know what brand this is. Nope, we're not showing it.
Finally put Norcane.
Ugh! That's shite. That's absolute shite. There's no way you should ever be buying that watch. Come on, man. No way. It's absolute shite, guys. Come on, man. It's just like there's too many brands out there. Too many brands. I guess Ming was another one that he covered. Ming is shite. Ming is fucking shite. I mean, if I'm being generous, it's I don't care. We need to scrutinize these brands, not inflate their egos and give people false recommendations.
Oh, goodbye. Next up, Raymond Will. We are
Oh,
an
fuck.
official.
For fuck's sake, Nico. What's up with these garbage brands? Who gives... Oh, hey, look at that. Patek Philippe Ellipse. Beautiful.
That's class, Miss Cartier. You can argue to say that I knew. You guys know I
All right. Cartier.
released the watch, a jump hour, at exactly the same time as Cartier. You can argue to say that I knew that already, and that's why I wanted to bring out a jump hour. That's incorrect. I wanted to introduce a jump hour because I love that complication, and I wanted to make it accessible. The jump hour that they launched isn't accessible. That starts from
What do you think of... is Cartier a brand that he's
£50,000.
he's evaluating?
I love Cartier. I think Cartier is one of the coolest watch brands in the world. I think this is a really cool watch. It's my interpretation of a more modern sports variation of a jump hour. As well as that, I wanted to make sure that the watch was below €1,000, €999 ex VAT. For me, that is accessibility. Cartier is prestige. It's not accessible. It is, however, very special. I love Cartier. I am a Cartier customer. It's a would buy, for sure. Moving on.
So Cartier is in the would buy category. What do you guys think? Is that high enough? I mean, is that high enough? Whole Milk says Cartier is class. John D says Cartier is superb. That's not one of the categories. That's not one of the categories, John D. The categories are God tier, class, or class. Would buy, meh, I don't know, I don't care, shite, and Bremont from best to worst. DP says Cartier is class. I'm going to put Cartier as would buy. And here, let me explain my decision. I'm putting Cartier as would buy because I think their 2025 releases were terrible. I like all of their collections, but in this case, they didn't introduce anything interesting. They just introduced the Jump Hour, which is a throwback to a model that they introduced back, I think, in 1928. Why do I know that? I'm not quite sure. But they're a classy brand. I get it, but just because, again, their releases this year were very unimportant and unimpactful, if that's a word, I'm going to put them down a notch to would buy.
Moving on. Hermes. Last year,
Hermes. Is it Hermes or Hermes? Which one?
I am a Cartier customer. It's a would buy, for sure. Moving on. Hermes. Last year, I was very impressed. This year, I have no idea what the going on. I don't really feel like I want to go in there. Hermes is, I don't know, category. Same as, well, Piaget, Panerai, I don't know.
He just threw a whole bunch of watches in there. Let's see what he did. He threw Hermes, Piaget, and Panerai all into the, was it the I don't care category? Yeah. Which category is this?
Feel like I want to go in there. Hermes is, I don't know.
Into the I don't know category. I would throw Hermes into the shite category. Hermes goes into the shite category for me.
Category. Same as, well,
Piaget, on the other hand, goes into the I don't know category. And Panerai goes into the I don't care category. Actually, Piaget and Panerai both go in the I don't care category.
I don't know. Roger Dubuis, I don't care. I think
Roger Dubuis goes in the I don't care category, correct.
That's worse. Gigi LeCoultre, GLC, love it. Reverso, unbelievable. Can't go wrong. All the praise in the world, but their prices are absolute beyond ridiculous. Needs to be a wee bit more realistic and accessible. And I think that that's where Gigi LeCoultre is completely missing the mark. I love JLC, but like you need to stop taking a piss with me, like genuinely. I love the Reverso, but hell, their standard Reverso is like 10 grand now. I wouldn't spend 10 grand on a Reverso, no. Not a
What do you think before he offers his opinion? Where does JLC go? Whole Milk in the chat says that Roger Dubois is shite. Roger Dubois is shite. And I'm not sure what I said, but I think I can't remember what category I put it in. Whole Milk says JLC is meh. These are fair criticisms. Yes, they are fair criticisms. I'm going to put them in the, I think the level below meh. The level below meh for me.
lot of hope in hell. Like a standard Reverso, not the complicated stuff. But I don't know, is there a category or something for that?
Yeah.
Category, there you go.
Ooh, JLC went into shite. Wow, that's pretty low. I'm going to put them in. I'm going to put them on the same level as. Let's see. I put IWC as I don't know, and Hublot as I don't know. So I'll put JLC as I don't know. JLC is I don't know.
Patek Philippe, the brand that can never do.
Yeah, Patek Paul. Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe. Is it Patek or Patek? You tell me.
Category or something for that?
Yeah.
Category, there you go. Patek Philippe, the brand that can never do anything wrong.
Except for lighting on their stand.
A lot of money, a lot of power, but they can't do things wrong. And I don't really know where to start. Let me put it this way, right? The Cubitus, you can hate it or you can love it. 7 months ago, they brought out the Cubitus and they pushed it down the throat of many Patek Philippe.
Ooh, they pushed it down the throat of many Patek Philippe
Customers.
Did they push it? Did they push it down the throat? I don't think I agree with that. They didn't. I mean, they're not forcing it down anybody's throat. Guys, have you ever been? Has the AD ever forced something down your throat? I mean, I don't want to get personal, but have you ever had a relationship with your AD where something was placed in your mouth? And let's continue.
Really pushed it down the throat. A two-tone ugly thing. I don't like it. You know what? I love the platinum one. Beautiful watch.
That's not the most gorgeous watch in the world. Yes, it's platinum. Yes, it looks good on the strap. But the dial is a fucking hot mess. It's an absolute unbalanced hot mess. The grand date is big, and then they got everything's crushed on the bottom. It's a fucking disaster, man. Come on. It's a stylistic. It's a disaster of design. It's awful. That being said, I'm not going to judge Patek Philippe based on this watch.
Wrong. And I don't really know where to start. Let me put it this way, right? The Cubitus, you can hate it or you can love it. 7 months ago, they brought out the Cubitus and they pushed it down the throat of many.
I disagree with Nico. I don't think they pushed it down anybody's throat. Not at all. I think they are making the Nautilus and the Aquanaut very scarce, and I think they're making the Cubitus better. Is it perfect? No. Is it better than it was 7 months ago? Depending on your wrist size, arguably. I've tried on the rose gold one. It's pretty nice. It's heavy. And if you think about me, and not to talk about my me selfishly, but if you think about me and my collection, if I want a precious metal sports chic watch from Patek Philippe, what am I going to get? Seriously. What are my choices? 5712R rose gold Nautilus. I would never ever get that in a million years. 5811 white gold Nautilus. Would never ever get that. I wouldn't be offered that in a million years. So if I'm thinking practically, if I want a precious metal sports elegant watch from Patek Philippe, it's going to be the white gold Cubitus 40 or the rose gold Cubitus 40. That's what it's going to be. OC doesn't have very many choices. And by the way, that watch will be $100,000 in 5 years because prices are appreciating. Watch prices are going up.
Like really pushed it down the throat. A two-tone ugly thing. I don't like it. You know what? I love the platinum one. Beautiful watch. 7 months after launching that, you're launching smaller sizes and precious metals, which are stunning, but I don't like those business antics. This is Mr. Stern's.
Hey, shout out to Terry Stern. What's up, Terry? My best bud. It's good to see him. By the way, for those of you who haven't seen it, shout out boom. Check this out. That's right. OC with the man himself, Patek Philippe CEO, Terry Stern. It was good to hang out with him in Geneva. It was nice of him to recognize me, invite him to his booth. Super cool guy, super chill guy. Let's continue.
Design. This is the Mr. Stern era, and I understand why he wanted to have a mark on the history of this brand, because the brand will outlive every single one of us. So he wanted to have an important part of that. I just don't understand why they got away from the Nautilus and instead bring out the Nautilus in a square form. Am I a fan? Yes. Am I a customer? Yes. Do I want the Cubitus? No. But Patek Philippe, it's all right. Some of the stuff is class. Looking at the new release.
Why is he just focusing on? Hold on a second. Why is he just focusing on the Cubitus 40 for this year? I mean, that's just silly. I mean, Patek Philippe came up with some absolute bangers this year. And these are watches that I have held in person. And I got to tell you, they are fucking phenomenal. So I'm going to show you 5 watches. Bear with me because I want to show you 5 watches that I think actually I'll show you 7 watches. And these are new watches from Patek Philippe that I think are awesome. Number 1, I want to show you this. This is the rose gold Cubitus and rose gold Cubitus 40. To me, this is a very, very nice watch. Let me just put myself down here real quick. This is new for 2025 and it's fantastic. Okay. Next, I want to show you the white gold Cubitus 40. This has the blue-gray dial. The blue-gray isn't my cup of tea, but it's a great watch. Rose gold, it's got a heft, and it is Patek Philippe, so pretty awesome. Now, this arguably could be dress watch of the year. It is the boom, Patek Philippe 6196. This is the successor to the 5196. This is the new Calatrava in platinum. And annoying website. Fuck me dead. 6196 in platinum with a rose gilt opaline dial. This watch is stunning. And I'm not a big fan of the darkened indices. I thought I would prefer traditional white gold, but there are other people that love the contrast. This watch is awesome, and it's $47,000. Terrific release. Now I'm going to show you some other. I tried this on in person, and I got to tell you, it is beautiful. Now, next. And this is one that you'd be surprised, but it is quite awesome. And this is the 5524 Travel Time. This one with a black dial is ugly as sin. But now that they've changed it to this new ivory lacquer dial, it looks unbelievable. Now, it still has those ugly two pushers on the left. I get it. But you've got to see this in person. That beautiful ivory dial, ivory lacquer dial, it really does pop. I think it makes all the difference in the world for this watch. So Patek Philippe to the moon. This is a good watch. And then I got to tell you, I've seen this one in person too. And this one is really, really stunning. This is the 4946 in rose gold. Now, this is a little small for a man's wrist, but and I don't love everything about it, but that brown, how do I call that dial? It's like a linen dial. It looks like it's cloth. It looks amazing in person. This is a really good looking watch. The rose gold with the brown is a really good combination. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous watch. And two more I want to show you. And this is a stunner too. When you guys get a chance to see these in person, you will agree. This is the 6159 perpetual calendar in white gold. It's got the Cloud de Paris on the bezel and the back, the bezel and the case back. 2 rows of hobnails on the front and the back. This is so good in person. This is like better than a Lumen. Love this watch. It's really symmetrical. It is absolutely gorgeous. Mark my words, guys, when you see this in person. By the way, a lot of these new Patek Philippe's come with a new clasp. They quietly introduced a new clasp for 2025. It's a dual spring, whatever they call that, dual spring loaded clasp. So you press on the two buttons on the side and it releases the clasp. It's awesome, and it's only available in the new models. Don't try to order it for your old ones. They won't let you buy it yet. And then finally, a watch that I think looks absolutely killer in person, and it is the new 8-hour blue asphalt. Let me scroll down a little bit here. It's so good. This watch is so good. In person, the dial is unbelievable. Let me just go to the model itself here. Check this out. Boom. Yeah, this one is really, really cool. This is the 5328 G, which means it's in white gold. This has the Cloud de Paris on the side of the case, 4 rows of hobnails here. And this is why Patek Philippe deserves the top category for 2025. Phenomenal new releases. All right, back to the video.
Releases. And finally, I see the crown. For me, the winner of the show, class. Looking at the new
Where did he put it?
releases.
He put it in meh? No way. No fucking way. Dude, did you just... Nico, go back and watch the 5 minutes of the recaps of all the new models. They are insane. They're gorgeous. No. Patek Philippe goes into the official designation God tier. Patek Philippe goes into dog tier. God tier. Is it dog tier? Patek Philippe goes into God tier. Congratulations, Patek.
And finally, I see the crown. For me, the winner of the show,
Reach for the crown.
hands down, the Land Dweller, right? I hate the name, but I love the fact that Rolex, a lot
The name is so fucking bad. Jeez. What was Rolex thinking, guys? What was Rolex thinking? I heard that the development started 5 years ago on the Land Dweller. Just a terrible name. Just an awful, awful name. Watch is okay, but the name is terrible.
last couple of years is looking at their own history with the Le Mans Daytona, then the 1908, and now with the Land Dweller, which is a watch that, of course, is inspired by reference number 5100, 1530, 1630, the Oyster Quartz, inspired by reference number 51.
Shout out to the 5100. I have that watch in yellow gold, and I also have an oyster quartz. Date reference 19018.
100, 1530, 1630, the Oyster Quartz. Unbelievable watch. And next to that, 18 patterns in one module, in one movement. Something that will actually...
What did you say? 18 what? It's supposed to be patents. Patents.
And next to that, 18 patterns in one...
What the fuck? 18 patterns. He's reading off a cue card and someone mistyped the words. Patents, patents. P-A... Jesus. Patents.
One module in one movement. Unbelievable watch. And next to that, 18 patterns in one module, in one movement. Something that will actually improve watchmaking forever. Really excited to see Rolex looking at their own history. I would raid Rolex with that move. And forget about the colors and this and OPs, and I don't care. The Land Dweller knocked it out of the park. The winner of the show, that watch is God there.
Rolex gets God tier designation from me as well. God tier for Rolex. Just to recap, Tudor. Let me see if if he zooms out on this.
But that's balls, man.
Okay. Just to recap, this is where Nico put the brands. Here's where I put them. For Tudor, I put them as shite. For Tag Heuer, I put them as I don't care. For Bulgari or Bulgari, depending on how you pronounce it, I don't care. Hublot, I don't know. IWC, I don't know. Van Cleef & Arpels, I don't care. Vacheron Constantin, meh. Lange, I don't care. Ulysse Nardin, I don't care. That brand that starts with an N, I put them as Bremont level. Norcane, I put them as shite. Cartier, I put them as Woodbuy. Jaeger-LeCoultre, I put them as I don't know. And then finally, Patek Philippe and Rolex, both God tier in my opinion. And that is the absolute end of the video. And with that said, I want to give everybody an opportunity to jump on the panel and share their thoughts. If you don't want to jump on the panel, that's all cool. We've had a great time here today. Give me a sign, guys. Give me a sign. Do you want me to keep going or not? It's been 3 hours. 3 hours, and we've done some really cool stuff. If you guys want to talk about anything, jump on the panel. If not, I'm fine just kind of like turning the night back over to you guys and doing whatever you want. Let me know. It's up to you. Let me know in the chat. Is there anything newsworthy or anything that you want me to cover? How about this? Let's do. Is anybody listening out there? Is anybody out there? Is anybody still watching? I want to thank everybody. I'm not saying goodbye just yet, but it's not Coutre. GG Le Coutre. No, it's not GG Le Coult. Jage. How about this, guys? I don't think there's nothing else for me to talk about. I'm done. I think I'm done. I know you probably want me to cover like some watch talk or something, but there's nothing really to talk about. So that's it. That's it. Very good show. I would like to thank everybody who super chatted and shared their member milestone chats. Thank you to the member milestone chats from Gatsby, from Brody, and from Julius Caesar. I also want to thank them all, Johnny O, Cloud Ken, and Ryan James for your super chats. I want to thank everybody in the audience for watching. If you want me to continue, I'll do 2 minutes for every super chat received. As in, I hope I don't get any super chats. Just if there's the counter is starting now. You have 2.5 minutes. If we get a super chat in the next 2.5 minutes, I'll extend the show by 2 minutes. If not, hey, I'll go make dinner. I'm very, very happy to leave you guys and wish you a good night. I do want to remind you to upvote the live stream. I want to remind you guys to buy or upgrade your memberships. And you can do that by clicking on the link below. Please upgrade your memberships. Guys, upgrade your memberships. It's worth it. I can't think of anything that would make me happier. Actually, there's a lot that make me happier. What's for dinner? Eggs. I'm going to make some eggs tonight. I'm going to do like eggs over an English muffin. I'm on the diet since I got back from Geneva a couple days ago. Today is Thursday. I got back on Tuesday. So I've been in diet mode for 2 days. I lost 3 pounds already. Getting back to my normal weight because in Geneva, I ate a lot of food. A lot of food. You guys, you probably don't believe me. You want to see? Do you want to see the food that I ate? You're probably not interested. Probably not interested. Okay. Thank you guys very, very much. Now, leave you with a awesome, inspiring video, courtesy of my friends at Rolex. Here you go. This is entitled Reach for the Crown. Reach for the crown, guys. Watch this. Love it. Upvote the live stream. Peace out, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.